what James was seeing in college hockey.
No
you think
doubt
there's something
about it.
to that?
Oh, absolutely.
Like you think you have a chance, it's going in the net, but now you're facing an NHL goalie.
Without a doubt, there's no doubt about it. That caliber there and the equipment is huge. Oh, are we?
Well, we can set the goalies here, and we have Andrei Vasilevsky in the net to our left in the first period. Lightning skate left to right in their home blue jerseys, white numbers, and Jordan Binnington in the net to our right for the Blues, who go right to left in the first in their road white jerseys, blue numbers, shoulders, and gold trim. The season of Lightning hockey is presented by Advent Health, the official health and wellness partner of the Lightning. The officials, Phil.
Michael Markovic is one of them, and the other one is TJ Luxmore. The linesmen are Michael Cormier and Tommy Hughes.
Getting ready for the national anthem. Let's turn things over to Paul Porter.
Now please welcome USF alumnus and Carnegie Hall performer Nathan Betts as he performs our national anthem.
The Lightning and Blues, first of two between the teams. They'll wrap up the season series next month in St. Louis. That'll be a 5-game road trip for the Lightning.
Wow.
A lot of road games
Coming
through
up.
January until the end of January, and then the Lightning have a homestand leading into the outdoor game. Actually, in which the outdoor game is the middle game of a 5-game homestand, but
then
the Lightning go to California. They come home for one against Colorado. 2 losses all year for the Avs in regulation so
It's
far.
amazing.
Really is
It
amazing.
really is amazing.
They are so far and away the best team in the NHL.
But
through
they're
the
only
first
like
third.
four points ahead of Dallas.
That is strange.
That is strange,
But
man.
metrically, they've been so much better than every other team. Just
Yes, they have.
blowing teams out of the water. And then the Lightning go on that 5-game road trip. But home tonight, we'll get a face-up between Cirelli and Robert Thomas at center ice. Gergensons was jostling with Pavel Buchnevich outside the circle.
Boy, they're right in the circle.
Cirelli does win the draw. Darren Radish collects in the Lightning end. Right wing, Pontus Holmberg. Feeds across the one, Gergenson's left circle. He's checked by Logan Mailloux. Gergensons banks across ice, Holmberg right corner. Pontus Holmberg squeezes free. Turns to Gergenson's right circle, right point Radish. He does hold it in, nicely done. Takes a right point shot. Score!
Deflected.
Tipped in front! Pontus Holmberg! He redirected that pass, Jordan Binnington. So tonight it's the Lightning who score early on the opening shift. 21 seconds in, it's 1-0 Tampa Bay.
You know, it's funny when you just shoot the puck at the net, just nice and easy. Just a nice little wrist shot right at the net, easy to deflect. And Holmgren is there, and he deflects it past Binnington. No chance whatsoever for the goalie. Beautiful tip in. But I like the shot from Radish. Just a quick little wrist shot and get it towards the net.
Holmberg's fourth from Radish and Gergensons. Off the center ice phase, a win for Oscar Sundqvist. Matthew Joseph dumps it in. Alexei Toropchenko pursues it to the left corner, loses Max Crozier. Off the far boards, not out. Held into the right point by Justin Falk. Looks to direct it behind the Lightning net. Toropchenko is going to be checked by Max Crozier. Up the near boards, Dominic James. James skates to center ice. James at the red line, rattles it in. Bennington couldn't play it by the net. Falk will, though, up the far boards, and he delivers it out. Crozier regroups at center ice. Crozier spins for James across the blue line right point. Right circle, Gonçalves. Gonçalves pivots right corner. Gonçalves behind the net. Turns to Braden Point, left corner. Left point, Destu. Right point, McDonough. Shoots tipped wide right by Gage Gonçalves, who scored his first NHL goal last year against the Blues here in Tampa. Point follows up center point. Good start for Tampa Bay. Point holds it in.
Nice
flips
play.
it to Kucherov right circle. Just mishandled it. And it's tipped out by Otto Stenberg. Back to the Lightning again. Destu pivots in the far corner. Bounces it up the middle to Kucherov. He'll work to Yanni Gord at center, and now Point across the St. Louis line. Back for Kucherov. Right circle shot. He ripped it wide right.
Wow.
Rebound Destu left point. He'll pop it in front. Colton Parayko blocks it. Trying to clear it. And he didn't get it out. Destu holds it in momentarily at the left point. Philip Broberg retakes it for the Blues. Skates to center ice. He's right in front of his own bench, and he got checked. Kucherov a takeaway. Kucherov across the blue line got checked by Broberg. And here's Robbie Fabry outletting the puck. Parayko to center. 1-0 Lightning early. Parayko to the Lightning end. They'll feed it to Dvorsky. High slot, left corner Fabry. Goes cross ice. This puck is going to be held in. Nicely done by Dvorsky. Right corner Fabry. Centers it back for Dvorsky. Right circle shot. Gloved by Vasilevsky. And he holds on. 17:50 left in the first. 1-0 Lightning.
Oh, they should have got the puck out right there. Bjorkstrand should have had that puck out. He had it on his stick. And he tried to shoot it out of the zone by banking off the boards, and he shot it right at the defenseman. Face-off will come to the left of Vasilevsky.
Dvorsky, a 10th overall pick in 2023. He's got 5 goals this year. Robert Thomas wins the face-off from Nick Paul. Cam Fowler at the right point. Find the net, Thomas. Robert Thomas, checked by Paul. Puck grabbed by Radish. Left side feed. Jake Gensel up the middle. Bjorkstrand forces it out to center ice. Logan Mailloux gets it back and turns it up the middle to Buchnevich. Into the Lightning zone, Buchnevich. Weaves right circle. Buchnevich a pass block. J.G. Moser collects. Moser, nice little touch pass. Radish on the right wing. He'll flip it down the ice. It's collected by Gensel across the blue line, and Moser left circle. Back for Gensel left circle. Left point Nick Paul. He'll punch it behind the Blues net. Binnington out to play this. Binnington holds on to it and then feeds it up the middle for Thomas. Robert Thomas connects with Buchnevich center. He'll lose Moser. A quick counter for Gensel. He's by himself 1-on-3. Here he comes across the blue line. He'll pull up right circle.
No.
Tough pass on the drop pass for Kucherov. Deflected out of there by Jake Neighbors. It's back in the Lightning again. Charlie Ward stoop up the middle. Kucherov turns to McDonough. Nearly lost it. He was able to maneuver it to Gord, who chops it in. Justin Falk. It's Tyler Tucker of the Blues up the left wing to center. Back for Falk into the Lightning zone. Nice move in the right circle. He shoots, just missed wide left. He's got 9 goals this year. Does Justin Falk. Tucker at the left point loses Braden Point. Sweeps it by the net for Destu. Destu back for Point. They're rimming it. This puck needs to get out. Gord up the near board. Still not out. Kucherov finally just taps it out of the zone. Little cute there for the Lightning, but they got the puck out. Falk will regroup in the St. Louis end. 3.5 played in the first. Left side feed Toropchenko to the red line. He'll launch this in by the Lightning net. Grabbing it. In the right corner is Oscar Sundqvist. The centering pass blocked by Declan Carlisle. Feeds Gonçalves. Takes a check but chips it out. Matthew Joseph back to get it for the Blues. Right side feed. It is Toropchenko. Alexei Toropchenko. Hands off. Parayko. A pass deflects into the Lightning end. Carlisle will grab it. Put it off the near glass. High in the air. It's out of the zone. It's alive again for Carlisle. Carlisle slips for James. Across the St. Louis line. Dominic James right circle. Feeds it for Finley right circle. Carlisle had an open net.
Did he
and it went over the net. Maybe Binnington got a piece with the left skate. Carlisle had a wide open cage. A beautiful passing sequence. James to Finley to Carlisle. And the puck stayed out.
I think he got his left pad on it. Let's see. Carlisle's there and shoot.
Yep. Top of the pad. Wow.
Beautiful. That's all Carlisle had to do is flip it up.
But he didn't even need to shoot it as hard as he did. But
no, you didn't.
You know, hindsight's 20/20.
But a great save by Binnington.
Fantastic save for Binnington. That's his first save, just the second Lightning shot. So remember that save. Dvorsky and Point to the left of Jordan Binnington. Won by the Blues, but Gord steals it right circle, right corner to Kucherov. Kucherov pivots at the right circle. Kucherov angles right point. A shot blocked. Rebound Broberg by the net. Turns it up the near boards for Parayko. Can he clear it? Yes to center ice. And Pius Suter playing his 400th game in the NHL tonight. A feed up the middle, intercepted by McDonough. He'll ram it down the ice off Broberg, so no icing. Picking it up is Tucker up the near boards, held in Destu, right point, right circle, Gord. Left point, McDonough, center point, Destu whiffs on a shot, and Dvorsky will steal and jam it out. McDonough collects, feeds it up the middle of the point. 1-0 Lightning in the first. Point across the St. Louis line, right circle to Kucherov. Kucherov goes cross ice, puck grab by Moser, left point. Moser shoots, blocked in front. Good block right there by Falk, who counters, maybe a 3-on-2. Falk up the left wing, into the Lightning zone, Falk left circle. Centers it loose in front, and it got knocked away by Destu as Suter was being pressured. This is going to be an icing. Puck went down the ice. One of the Lightning back checkers tied up Pius Suter. That was a big play. So the pass was stolen by Destu as a result. 14:48 left in the first. 1-0 Lightning.
That puck just made it over the goal line for an icing.
It was Moser who tied up Suter.
He did a great job by Moser coming back there. Face off to the left of Vasilevsky.
Thomas and Cirelli. 50-50. Controlled by the Blues. Here's Berggren, right circle. Jonathan Berggren centers it. Kucherov a steal for Destu. Left wing Gord. He'll chip it out. That puck right in front of Vasilevsky, but they were able to execute the clear. Fowler back in the St. Louis end. Winds on the right side for Mailloux. Logan Mailloux trying to get away from the pressuring Cirelli. Turns it over. Here's Holmberg, left corner. Thomas Holmberg goes cross ice, Cirelli right corner. To the right point, Radish. Directed behind the St. Louis net. It's going to pinball to Buchnevich in the far corner for Thomas. Lost it. The puck bounces to the left point. Shot got taken by Holmberg. Save made by Binnington with the glove. He holds on. 14:12 left in the first. 1-0 Lightning.
That was a good shot by Holmgren right there. Top of the face-off circle. To the right of Binnington. He shot it. It was an easy save, but still a good shot. Because the Blues were going forward, and if he didn't shoot it, and they got control, it would have been a 3-on-2 for the Blues. Face off to the right of Binnington.
Oscar Sundqvist, Nick Paul. Won by Paul. Carlisle left point, right point Crozier. Crozier shoots, block. Crozier on the rebound, right point, center point to Carlisle. Carlisle holds, shoots wide left, rebound Paul. Trying to center it. Binnington got a piece of it, but couldn't deflect it away. Carlisle again, left point, left circle. Bjorkstrand shoots, blocked. And Toropchenko exits. Alexei Toropchenko. Hands off to Broberg from the red line. Will spin it in. Toropchenko behind the net. Took a hard check from Declan Carlisle. Here's Max Crozier winning the puck. Crozier veers by the Lightning net. Sundqvist is around him. Crozier dumps it out to center ice. Gensel picks it up. Nice move across the blue line left circle as Bjorkstrand open in front. Couldn't get to the puck. That was well defended by Broberg. Bjorkstrand follows up behind the net. Right circle to Crozier. Center point to McDonough. Ryan McDonough shoots, blocked by Sundqvist, and off the block comes out of the zone. That stung Sundqvist. He's going to get off the ice, though he was right at the bench. McDonough puts it back into the offensive zone, and Paul. Nick Paul skating well right circle. Loses Braden Shen. Braden Shen of the Blues lifts it out of the zone. The puck is going to bounce back to him. Shen across the blue line right circle. A little backhand shot wide left. Shen still chasing the puck. What a shift for Braden Shen. Feeds the left point, Cam Fowler. He shoots, deflected wide right. Shen made this whole shift happen, pursuing the puck down the ice. Gonçalves with the near boards, Destu to James. Dominic James drops to McDonough. Right side feed Finley. Feeds it across the line. Gonçalves has a step in front. He got hooked. Penalty coming up on Jake Neighbors. And then Neighbors rammed Gonçalves into the far corner boards. Lightning get a power play when we come back. 12:45 left in the first. 1-0 Lightning on Lightning Radio.
Whether it's training day, game day,
pass to the corner. It shoots. He scores!
or recovery day, Advent Health keeps you ready for every day and for everything that makes you feel whole. Advent Health, official health and wellness partner of the Tampa Bay Lightning.
Lightning fans, it's time to save big on Bubble Days at Bubble Down Car Wash. Wear your Tampa Bay Lightning gear Monday through Friday and get your car washed for just $5 all season long. Support your favorite team and keep your ride shining with this amazing deal. Clean cars, big savings, and unbelievable service. That's what makes us the bestest car wash in town. Get the cleanest car in town every time you bubble down. Bubble Down Car Wash, a proud partner of the Tampa Bay Lightning.
To be a real winner is to make a difference in your community. The Chief here for the Mosaic Company and the Goals for Food program. For the last 12 seasons, Mosaic has donated more than $1.3 million to help local families. Mosaic will once again donate $1,000 for every goal and $1,500 for every hat trick scored by a Lightning player at home. Mosaic will also donate $5,000 for every home game that goes into overtime. So let's cheer on the Bolts as we work together to fight hunger. Learn more about Mosaic's mission to help the world grow the food it needs at mosaicco.com.
This is Lightning Radio.
The St. Louis player in the penalty box is Logan Mailloux. It actually looked like Neighbors did more than Mailloux, but they called slashing on Mailloux at 7:15 of the first. Lightning on the Tico power play for the first time tonight, up 1-0.
I thought it was more of a hook by Neighbors than a slash by Mailloux, but so Lightning get a power play to face off a beat to the left of Bennington.
Braden Point, Pew Suter to the left of Bennington, as Phil mentioned. Lightning are 23rd in the NHL in the power play, 17%. Blues 25th in the penalty kill, 77.4%.
Oh, they're waiting for the TV to come back.
There's the draw, won by Suter. Broberg behind the net. Parayko, punch it down the ice.
Boy, winning that face-off on a power play is so important.
Radish winds up. Lightning skate left to right in the first. Darren Radish spins it for Kucherov. Right wing Gensel. Hands off to Braden Point across the line. Gensel right circle. Gensel directs it right point to Radish. Back for Gensel right corner. Right circle Kucherov. A pass blocked by Suter.
Boy,
and he'll lift it down the ice. Yeah, he had a good reaction, good stick to get the stick in the way and control it. Radish another rush, 125 in the power play. Radish to the red line, gives to Gensel.
Way too slow.
Now Gensel pedals forward across the St. Louis blue line to the right circle. Again, drops it for Radish. Darren Radish, center point. Hits Kucherov right circle. Right corner Gensel. Right circle to Kucherov, center point Radish. Shoots, put it over the net. Rebound, Kucherov right circle, right corner Gensel. In front Point. Point, shoot, save made. Rebound Radish. High slot. Right circle to Kucherov. Kucherov. Center point Radish, Lightning in the power play in the first. Right circle to Kucherov. Right corner Gensel has room for Point. A shot went wide right. Yeah, he had a chance to walk closer to the net. Great keep Radish in the clearing attempt from Tucker. Radish right point, right circle to Kucherov. Center point Radish. Left circle Bjorkstrand, back for Radish, center point. He'll sweep to Kucherov right circle. 40 in the power play. Nikita Kucherov holding. Right corner, it's Gensel, back for Kucherov right circle. They set it up. Kucherov high slot. Left circle Radish. Shoots, put it over the net. Rebound held in by Kucherov. Top of the right circle. Left circle Radish. Shoots. Blocked by Thomas. Radish again. Left point. 23 in the power play. Right point Kucherov. Shoots. Save made by Bennington. He can't cover the puck. It's loose behind the net. Gensel picks it up. Gensel back for Kucherov. Right circle. 15 in the penalty. Left point Radish. Right point Kucherov. Right circle to Gensel. Right circle Kucherov. In front Point. A shot deflected wide right. Penalty almost up. Kucherov right circle. Center point Radish. Shoot. Score! The Lightning kept at it. If that went straight in, it's another goal for Radish. He checks his situation with the teammates, and they said, yeah, that's yours. Radish gets the goal, his 8th of the year. It's 2-0 Lightning.
Yeah, that's a power play goal. They work it around. Boy, I like the fact that they were shooting, too. Radish missed the net a couple of 3 times, but boy, they kept the puck in the zone the whole time, it seemed. And finally, Radish just drilled one. Beats Bennington on the stick side. Oh, about 2 feet in the air, just above the pad.
That might have hit off Falk. Not sure.
I wasn't watching the replay.
So for sure, Kucherov 1 assist. I think Gensel gave it to him. If so, Jake will get the 2nd assist. And the Lightning score with 3 seconds left in the penalty. Here's Pontus Holmberg at center ice for McDonough. Left wing Girgensons across the St. Louis line. Girgensons barrels behind the net. Zemgus Girgensons turns for Cirelli right corner. Back for Girgensons behind the goal. Zemgus Girgensons turns to right point Destu. Left point McDonough. Punches for Cirelli left corner. Behind the net Girgensons. Girgensons holds. He'll turn on his forehand. Slip for Destu right point. Charles-Edouard Destu. Angles right circle. Destu, penalty coming up on Girgensons. They're calling interference.
That is a
or was it on Holmberg?
Too. No, on Girgensons.
It was Girgensons. He picked the guy just a bit, and that's a tough one to take. As the Lightning were buzzing in the offensive zone, but now St. Louis will get a power play.
Tampa, number 28, minor penalty. Interference.
Two penalties called, 2 chintzy calls.
John Cooper's not happy. I see him.
No, he shouldn't be. I don't know what Gergensen could do. He couldn't move. He was just standing there.
Yeah,
the guy ran into him.
To some space. I guess they felt that he went into Suter's lane.
Cooper, he knows it too. John knows it. That's just a bad call.
It did create a lane toward the net for Destu. I mean, he ended up taking the shot because they blew the whistle.
David?
Look, I agree. I didn't think it was a penalty, but it created a little bit of an opportunity. So
they made a bad call on the first one, and we got a power play. Now they got to make the even or upper.
Slide insurance penalty kill for the Lightning. Falk at the right point. Works to Neighbors' right corner. A pass in front blocked by Moser. But following up, Pavel Buchnevich, left corner. Left circle, Robert Thomas. Feeds at left point, Falk. Traps it down nicely on his back end, and he's checked by Gensel, who chips it out. St. Louis in the power play for a minute 40. 2-0 Lightning in the first. Justin Falk hands off Thomas. Robert Thomas to center. A pass is intercepted by Jake Gensel. He counters with Cirelli. Here's Cirelli back for Gensel, shorthanded. Across the line, right circle in front for Cirelli. He got taken out on the shot, and then Binnington trips Gensel. 4-on-2 the other way.
He tripped him.
Here's Berggren across the line, Robert Thomas. Thomas left circle. A feed went from Buchnevich over the stick of Berggren. A break for the Lightning, and Gensel out to center. Gensel will angrily shoot this in. I guess they felt that was incidental contact, but because Gensel was tripped and set up a 4-on-2 for the Blues.
Binnington tripped him, there's no doubt.
1:05 in the power play. Falk to center ice. Left wing Braden Shen. Bangs it in. Off the Karam. It's grabbed by Crozier by the net. Crozier is checked by Suter, who's going to get this puck. It comes free to Pius Suter. Suter in the left corner. Feeds Shen left circle. Shen keeps it alive. Suter again left circle. Pius Suter protects it. Suter drifts left corner. Suter now to Braden Shen left point. Shen walks the left circle. Cross ice feed. Open was Dvorsky. He got the puck to the net, but I don't think it was on net. I think Paul blocked it and rams it down the ice. I was seeing people talk about Dvorsky as a terrific one-timer on that offside, but that shot was not on net. Parayko to the red line. 20 in the power play. Dumps this in. Gensel in the near corner for Moser. Beats McDonough. He'll turn it out around the far boards. Down the ice it goes.
That's the way to get it out.
Under 8.5 to play in the first. Lightning have a 2-0 lead. Final 8 seconds in the penalty. Cam Fowler holds on to the puck for St. Louis. Blues go right to left in the first. Fowler. Penalty is up. Lightning kill it off. Fowler to the red line. He'll pump this in. Vasilevsky stops it by the Lightning net for Moser. Moser leaves it for McDonough. Short feed up the middle. Cirelli. Now to Jake Gensel. Off his stick. Tough break. Grabbing it is Broberg, a counter for Sundqvist into the Lightning zone. Sundqvist left circle, shoots over the net. He had an opportunity to shoot, but he put it high. Moser works for McDonough by the Lightning goal. McDonough on his backhand, a little pass is blocked. Is it out? No! Held in Torpchenko left circle. All of a sudden the Lightning having trouble clearing the zone. Here's Broberg left point. Bounces to Sundqvist. Good poke check, Moser. Knocked it out to center. Lightning need a regroup here. Quick counter, Matthew Joseph in the left wing. Into the Lightning zone left point. Lightning cannot get the puck cleanly right now. Joseph turns it by the Lightning net, and point is there. To the near corner, Moser. He and McDonough have had a long shift. Moser almost got stripped by Stenberg, but he feeds McDonough on the left wing. Right wing, J.J. Moser. Finally up the middle, it's Point. Point veers to center ice. Back for Destu off the Lightning bench. Across the line, he's checked. And Stenberg counters. Otto Stenberg. Across the line, Jake Neighbors right circle. Cross-ice feed, Broberg left circle. Shoots wide left. Vasilevsky never saw that. It was tipped. This is a strong sequence for St. Louis. Lightning have to find a way to push back. Radish center ice, Yanni Gourde. And Gourde chips it in. It was kind of a quiet power play for the Blues, but once the penalty ended, they had some pressure. Parayko up the far boards and Neighbors. Jake Neighbors to center. 2-0 the Lightning lead in the first. He'll flip it in. Destu knocks it down and connects with Radish. Goal and an assist already tonight for Radish. He'll launch this in on Binnington. He was thinking of playing up ice. Instead, he makes a short pass to Broberg. He'll turn to center ice, where Berggren dumps it in. Vasilevsky leaves it in the near corner. J.J. Moser for Gergensen's by the net. Heavy forechecking pressure by the Blues. Now Pontus Holmberg. Holmberg by the Lightning net. Right wing Moser. Banks it out Cirelli at center. Back for Pontus Holmberg. Veers across the line. He's hooked by Robert Thomas. And the Lightning are getting a power play. Thomas didn't like the call. He gave Holmberg a little shove. The Lightning back to the power play with 6:18 left in the first.
Well, this might be tripping. I don't know. He sort of got the stick down, but hooking, tripping, same thing.
St. Louis penalty number 18. 2-minute minor, tripping.
It is tripping.
Yeah.
On Thomas. Lightning back in the Tico power play. I think we're due a TV timeout, aren't we? Yes, we are. They didn't take it right away. 2-0 Lightning in the first on Lightning Radio.
Lightning fans, it's time to light the lamp. And with Pro Power on board available in the Ford F-150, your truck becomes a mobile generator so you can light the lamp, the campsite, or even power the job site. No wonder Ford F-Series has been the best-selling truck in America for 48 straight years. See your local Ford dealer and light the lamp in a new Ford truck. Ford F-150, the official truck of the Tampa Bay Lightning. See owner's manual for important operating instructions.
Get your daily dose of Lightning hockey with Lightning Power Lunch. Greg Linnelli here. Join me and Dave Mishkin every weekday at noon Eastern for an hour of in-depth analysis, breaking news, and insider info on the Tampa Bay Lightning. You can listen live in the Lightning mobile app or watch the live stream on Facebook, X, and YouTube. Just follow @Bolts Radio. Miss the show? No worries. Download the podcast anytime in your favorite app. That's Lightning Power Lunch, weekdays at noon on the Lightning Audio Network.
Spectrum TV fixed TV and combined all your favorite sports streaming apps with live TV.
32, Blue 32, hot. It's only more Hail Marys.
It's only more bottom of the ninth magic.
It's only more slow motion replays.
It's only getting all the sports with over $100 worth of streaming apps like ESPN, Fox One, Tennis Channel, Peacock, and more, included with live TV at no extra cost. It's only the way TV should be. It's only everything. Learn more at SpectrumTV.com.
This is Lightning Radio.
Tripping on Robert Thomas at 13:42 of the first. Lightning are 1-for-1 tonight on the Tico power play. They get their second chance, leading in the game 2-0. Holmberg from Radish and Gergensons at 21 seconds. Radish on the power play from Kucherov and Gensel at 9:12.
Well, the Lightning certainly moved the puck around really well. You know, Gensel goes to the left of the goalie. He's a left-hand shot, so he's on the left side. Kuch goes down to him quite a bit because they're trying to make that defenseman move. And a couple of times he has moved, and Gensel has had the opportunity to walk in front. He tried it once. Then one time he tried to make a pass. Face off on the right side. Here we go.
Sundqvist wins the draw from Gensel, and Broberg bangs it down the ice. It's power play starting like the first one did, where the Blues win the face-off and get it down the ice. Darren Radish takes over behind the Lightning net. Feeds Gensel at center on the left wing. Cross-ice Kucherov to the red line of pass. Handled by Point across the blind. Gensel right circle. Jake Gensel will spin it. Right point Radish. Now to Oliver Bjorkstrand left circle. Bjorkstrand holds. Sets it up. Cross-ice Kucherov out of his reach, and it came out of the zone.
Come on.
Radish having a regroup at center. Lightning in the power play, up 2-0 in the first. Radish at the red line, a tough drop pass. Buchnevich got in on Gensel. Gensel steals. I mean, they were waiting for that drop pass, and Buchnevich got his stick in the way. Radish across the line to Kucherov. He fumbles it. It comes out of the zone again. Gensel having a regroup. 1:10 in the advantage. Now to Point. Braden Point back for Gensel. Across the blue line. Left point, Bjorkstrand. Tough pass. And Tucker a steal, but he's checked by Point. Here's Gensel left circle. Gensel maneuvers to Bjorkstrand left point. Center point Radish. Left circle Gensel. Left point to Bjorkstrand. Center point Radish. Right circle Kucherov. Kucherov holds. Right corner Gensel. Back for Kucherov right circle. Kucherov right corner to Gensel. Cross ice feed blocked by Tucker. Puck bounces to Kucherov though with the right circle. Kucherov holds. Kucherov under pressure. Tried to slide it in front, and it's intercepted by Toropchenko, who backhands it down the ice. Lightning get the second unit out there with 33 seconds left in the man advantage. This has been a quieter power play, as Lightning have had less setup time, and they haven't gotten a shot to the net either.
No, they're playing Cooch.
Paul rumbles up the middle at center. Across the line, Dominic James right circle. James back for Paul right corner. He'll look for Gonsalves in the slot. Left point Cirelli, center point Destu to James. Dominic James top of the right circle. Back for Destu left point. Left circle, Cirelli. Centers it skips through. 6 on the power play. James, right circle. James holds. James, a little pass. Bounces to Cirelli, left circle. Cross ice, James, penalty up. James in the right circle. James, behind the net, Paul. Lightning maintain the 2-0 lead. Paul checked by Parayko, and Robert Thomas grabs. Feeds up the middle, Joseph. Out to center ice. And it is Stenberg backhanding it in. That was a good kill for St. Louis to keep this game 2-0 Lightning. McDonough trying to chop it up and out for Gergensons. Gergensons had it, lost it. Gourde follows up though for Pontus Holmberg, and now Charles-Edouard Destu. skates to the red line and rattles it in. The puck is going to come around the boards on the far side, and flipping it out is Robbie Fabry to Jake Neighbors. Neighbors in the left wing, into the Lightning zone, Schenn left circle. Braden Schenn is checked. Schenn keeps it alive, left point to Fowler. A shot, dribbles wide left. Ryan McDonough plays it. Left side feed, Gergensons. He'll punch it out, Pontus Holmberg at center. Holmberg onside across the line. No, they said offside.
He brought it in backwards.
3:28 left in the first. 2-0 Lightning on Lightning Radio.
At PNC Bank, the official retail bank of the Tampa Bay Lightning, we've always taken a boring approach to handling your money. Not only is it smart, it's reliable. And why would we ever want to be unreliable with anyone's money? Some of those customers could be big, tough hockey players who gladly give up their teeth for a win. Oh, that's gonna hurt. But really, we just think boring is the smartest way to help ensure your money's there for exciting things in life. Like intentionally placing your body in front of a frozen rubber puck traveling at 100 miles per hour. PNC Bank. Brilliantly boring since 1865. PNC Bank, National Association, member FDIC.
Going on vacation? We're here for it. With kids who turn a back seat into a courtroom drama over whose tablet is louder, whose charger is faster, and why watching the same cartoon for the 100th time is a human right? Yep, we totally have vehicles to handle that. Because whether it's a road trip or a business trip, where your flight's delayed, your phone's at 2%, and your dinner, whatever's open, yeah, here for that too. Enterprise, we're here for it.
The long goodbye begins. A very special evening with Journey. Final Frontier Tour. Friday, May 15th. Benchmark International Arena. The lights go down one final time. Tickets are on sale now at JourneyMusic.com. Journey. Final Frontier Tour. This is Lightning Radio.
Lightning have a 2-0 lead against the Blues. 3:28 left in the first. We'll get a neutral zone face-off.
Yeah, that power play wasn't as good. They mishandled a couple of passes and tried to be a little bit more fancy trying to get into the zone than they were on the first one. But other than that, you know, they didn't get very many. I don't think they got a shot on net.
No, they've been at 5 shots for a little while. The Blues have been at 3 shots for a little while. So a low shot period. Of course, one of those shots for the Lightning that didn't go in was that amazing save Bennington made on Carlisle. Schenn and Paul for neutralized one by Braden Schenn. Tyler Tucker, thanks for Neighbors in the left wing. He'll slide it in from beyond the red line. I took my eye off the puck there because Braden Schenn had broken his stick, so he sprinted to the bench to get a new stick. And then I looked back and Neighbors had iced it.
Yeah, shaft. Boy, those sticks break easy.
Might have been on the face-off. He won it cleanly from Paul, but then seconds later, it was on the ice.
That's the way the players like it, though.
Yeah.
From what I'm told.
Schenn and Paul to the right of Binnington. This is one by the Lightning. McDonough left point, center point, Stu. Shoots, tipped in front, save made Binnington.
Nice shot.
Rebound put wide left by Gensel. The puck back for Gensel, though, in the right corner. Gensel spinning on Tucker. Gensel feeds Bjorkstrand by the net. Bjorkstrand walks the left circle, up point to McDonough. Shoots, blocked in front, and a Lightning player taken down in front. That was Gensel, and they're going to get Tucker for a trip. Lightning's ozone pressure yields another power play.
Yeah.
St. Louis 75, minor penalty. Trip.
Just took him right down. He sort of slew-footed him. Had the stick under his left armpit and put his left foot behind his right skate and whooped him down.
That's a tough takedown.
It is.
Hopefully Gensel is okay. He is. He's going to stay out for the power play. Well, see if the Lightning can win a draw.
There it is. That's it.
I mean, they've lost two on the 2 power plays they've had. They've lost each. We haven't had another power play. Now we're going to see Gonsalves out there replacing Kucherov. Interesting. And the draw is won by the Blues. Thomas bangs it down the ice. So we'll see if Kuch is on the bench. Of course, he's been battling illness. Missed the game earlier against the Kings.
Oh, but he was going off last time. He was shrugging his shoulders and all sorts of gestures.
Bjorkstrand to the offensive end, gets checked, but Point follows up, takes it away from Parayko. Point is now checked by Parayko. Puck battle on the far corner in the St. Louis end. Who's going to come up with it? Gonçalves had it, lost it. Buchnevich slings it down the middle of the ice, the length of the ice.
Maybe Coop got a little angry at him.
That hit Radish in the glove. He's kind of shaking his hand a little bit. He's going to stay out there, though. He'll give to Gensel at center. Across the line of Bjorkstrand, left point. Bumps at left point, Radish. Back for Oliver Bjorkstrand, left circle. Lightning are just fighting the puck on this power play and on the earlier one. Behind the net, Gensel. Lines to Gonçalves, top of the right circle.
No.
104 in the power play. Center point, Radish. Right circle, Gonçalves. Right corner, Gensel. Right circle, Gonçalves. Holds. Right corner, Gensel. Fumbles it. Tried to center. Blocked by Fowler. Gensel again. Right point, Gage Gonçalves. 2-0 Lightning in the first.
Somebody's got to shoot.
Left circle, Radish. Yeah, nothing to the net. Right circle, Gonçalves shoots, block, rebound, point. Shoots, blocked by Fowler, and then it deflected over the net. And it's grabbed and cleared by Falk down the near side of the length of the ice. 2 times they tried to shoot. St. Louis player in the way. 35 seconds left in the power play. 2-0 Lightning. Love to see him get another goal here as they've really controlled this first period. Destu drops to James, right wing Paul. Paul across the St. Louis blue line to the right circle. Tough drop pass out of the reach of Destu. Well, when you lose it and it goes down the ice, it is work to get it back in with possession. Destu, maybe a final rush here, 13 to the penalty. Destu up the middle at center. Fires it in. Puck in the heart around Broberg. Lost it to Gord, and Gord then bounces it out to center, and here is a 3-on-1. Sundqvist across the blue line. He shoots left circle. Save Vasilevsky, and he holds on. So explaining this, it got dumped in by Destu, came around the boards, hit someone, then hit Gord, and bounced out to center ice, creating the 3-on-1 for St. Louis.
Right, but I'm going to tell you, the Dominic James came back so well on that he stopped him from passing it across, and Sundqvist had to shoot. He really busted his hump to get back there.
So the Lightning have been very quiet in their last 2 power play chances, so it stays 2-0. Just over a minute to go in the period. Good face-it-win Finley from Schenn. Crozier behind the net, Moser. Couldn't clear, held in Falk, right point. Right circle, Jake Neighbors. Right corner, Joseph. Put it in front, Falk! Save made by Vasilevsky! Rebound loose in front, Crozier knocks it away but not out.
Great
Chances
save
for the Blues, Fowler. Feeds it right circle, Joseph. Bangs it behind the Lightning net, Moser there. Moser couldn't clear, held in Falk, right point. Pressure by St. Louis behind the net, Neighbors. Left circle, Braden Schenn. Schenn, cross-ice feed, deflected out of there by Pontus Holmberg. Final minute presented by Crown Automotive, the better way to buy for over 50 years. Falk directs it to center ice. Picking it up is Joseph, back for Justin Falk. 22 seconds left in the period. It was that close to being 2-1. Now Cam Fowler on the left wing. Fowler to center ice. Directs it in. Hard around for Cirelli in the far corner. Behind the net, J.J. Moser wants to dribble it for a teammate. It got stolen away by Fabry, but a centering feed came out of the zone. The Blues are changing D, and that should just about do it. Parayko will retreat behind his own net. With a push back at the end of the period from the Blues, but it stays 2-0 Lightning. That's our score after 1. Craig has the first intermission report coming up on Lightning Radio.
Lightning Radio is now on YouTube. Watch game highlights with Dave Mishkin's radio call.
High slot, Kucherov! Score! Hat trick! Nikita Kucherov!
Live stream Lightning Power Lunch weekdays at noon. Watch the Into the Blue podcast and more. To follow, go to youtube.com/@BoltsRadio and hit subscribe.
With Marathon Rewards, you'll earn on every fill-up, which is amazing news for every kind of driver out there. Whether you're a wait forever to filler-upper, a routine topper-offer, a relentless road tripper, an occasional commuter, or just a regular old point A to beer, everyone can earn rewards and save up to $1 a gallon. And you can join Marathon Rewards online, through the app, and even at the pump, making signing up easy for every kind of signer-upper. At participating locations, terms and conditions apply.
Spectrum TV Fixed TV and combined all your favorite sports streaming apps with live TV.
32, Blue 32, hot height. It's only more Hail Marys.
It's only more bottom of the ninth magic.
It's only more slow motion replays.
It's only getting all the sports with over 100 hours worth of streaming apps like ESPN, Fox One, Tennis Channel, Peacock, and more, included with live TV at no extra cost. It's only the way TV should be. It's only everything. Learn more at SpectrumTV.com.
NHL fans, give yourself some great looks this season and get Lightning tickets at Ticketmaster. As the official ticket marketplace of the Tampa Bay Lightning and the NHL, Ticketmaster has a wide selection of tickets available for every game, so you can catch all the action live all season long. If your plans change, you can sell or transfer your tickets, and mobile tickets make it easy to get into the arena in time for puck drop. With Ticketmaster, you'll ensure that when they shoot, you'll score. Get tickets today at Ticketmaster.com/Lightning.
Celebrating over 20 years as the exclusive practice facility of the Tampa Bay Lightning, the TGH Iceplex in Brandon offers activities for people of all ages. Come check out your year-round home for adult and youth hockey leagues featuring 2 NHL regulation size rinks, ice and figure skating lessons, open public skating, laser tag, birthday parties, and more. Visit tghiceplex.com for more information. The TGH Iceplex, the exclusive practice facility of the Tampa Bay Lightning.
I'm Mariah, a Boot Barn artist, and I'm here to say, we wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays. From the first fall of snow to the tree lights that glow, share the West for this season. Merry Christmas to all. Merry Christmas from all of us at Boot Barn.
Shoots! Score! Dean Gonsalves! His first NHL goal! What a shot!
This is the Lightning Audio Network Intermission Report. Here's Greg Linnelli.
Turns to Gergenson's right circle, right point Radish. He does hold it in, nicely done. Takes a right point shot. Score!
Deflected.
Tipped in front! Pontus Holmberg! He redirected that pass, Jordan Binnington. So tonight it's the Lightning who score early on the opening shift. 21 seconds in, it's 1-0 Tampa Bay.
Mission Espo on the call. The Lightning would get another goal in that period. Darren Radish to make it 2-0 on the power play. His 8th of the year from Kuch and Gensel. That's where we are at the end of 20 minutes. The Lightning up by 2. We're going to talk to our panel in just 1 second. Eric Erlinson from LightningInsider.com is down in the locker room with a Lightning player. E, take it away.
Thanks, Greg. We're here with Nick Paul. And Nick, 2-0 after the first period. How important was it for the way the game finished the other night against Carolina to maybe carry into tonight? We know momentum doesn't always carry, but to have that start.
Yeah, we just knew we had a good start. Carolina, we put ourselves in a hole early. We're going to play good hockey, and that can't happen. If we want to go deep here and have a good season and make playoffs and go deep in playoffs, you just can't have periods like that. So we addressed it. We had a good period today, and we'll just keep rolling.
We talked after the last game, too, about the importance of whoever gets tapped to take that opening face-off, right? Tonight, you scored 21 seconds into the game. What are those moments like when you get tapped to maybe have that momentum shift and you get it?
Yeah, it's exciting. You gotta like the pressure. You gotta want the moment. So going out there and knowing you're starting the game, you're starting the pace and the momentum for the game. So you get excited out there and you just snap it as hard as you can.
2-0 after the first period. What did you like about what you guys do and what can you carry forward?
Yeah, I think we used our feet and made them take penalties. A lot of shot mentality, getting pucks to the net. And yeah, it was a good start. Just keep going.
Nick, thanks for your time. Good luck.
Thank you.
All right, it's Nick Paul from the locker room. Back to you, Greg.
Thanks, E. That interview presented by Advent Health, the official health and wellness partner of the Tampa Bay Lightning. And don't forget, see why over 43 million drivers trust Progressive to stay protected on the road. See for yourself at Progressive.com. All right, boys, that's the way you want to start. Up 2-0. Chief, we talked about the issues Blues have scoring, so you want to get up. That's great. Make them play from behind. Vasi, I thought, also had to make some real good saves, didn't he?
He made a couple of really good saves out there. They got to be careful because the Blues came from behind on Florida last night.
Yeah.
They got down early, so they won't quit out there, but I thought the Lightning were quick to the puck when it was in the offensive zone. Their puck retrieval was pretty good. Power play could have really viced this game for them, but they didn't even get a shot in the last two opportunities on that. Not one.
Well,
Bugaboo.
A couple of things we did talk about before the game started. We talked about kind of the depth of this group and that line of Finley, James, and Gonsalves. And you talk about Vasi having to make a save, but how about that save by Binnington on Carlisle? Oh my God! Like this game.
I thought he missed the net.
No,
it is.
Binnington got up there to make the save. I know obviously Carlisle's not technically on that line, but that was a great play by Jack Finley. For that line to get down in the offensive zone and make that line looked pretty good. And again, it's not that top line that gets the start tonight, but it's that Holmberg line that looks a little bit different tonight. The lines are a little bit shuffled, but it's another guy in Holmberg who gets the first goal. Like, it's been guys further down the lineup. And tonight we talked about how important that good start was going to be. And I don't know if any of us saw 21 seconds as I don't know if we saw that good of a start coming, but you'll take that, obviously. And, you know, for a guy like Pontus Holmberg, we hear so often, obviously, we make a joke about the backpack and how good he is on the forecheck and defense. When those guys are scoring, that's when this team is going to really do damage. When you can get the chip in from those guys offensively. And so far tonight, that's what you're getting. What they wanted was to get a lot of energy. That line plays with a lot of energy. So they wanted to get the game started with a lot of energy. Where we were all talking about it in our pregame about how do you get going. You know, we got to make sure you really get things in the back of your mind for what's coming up in the next 4 days. So one way of doing that is get that line out there that will make you that will play fast and play hard. And that's what they did, and they ended up with the goal. And to build off of Chief's first point a little bit about the power play, not coming through with those other two chances, it's too bad because that first one was really good. Yeah. Their puck retrieval was really good. Radish made a heck of a play to keep a puck that was heading out and knock it down with a stick and keep the play alive and keep things going. They finally got rewarded for it. You were hoping that was going to be a trend moving forward with the power play, and then it wasn't, right? Entries were okay. The retrieval wasn't very good. A lot of passing around the perimeter, not putting pucks towards the net, maybe as they were trying to do on that first opportunity. So as great as it was to get that first power play goal on the opportunity, you had a chance to kind of build some momentum off of it. Actually gave it away because St. Louis had that 3-on-1 chance there at the end of that. And I think of that first power play too, Chief, you mentioned about kind of building momentum off the power play. That first power play, they were shooting a lot. And Darren Radish gets the goal at the end, but he had a couple of really good shots. I think Cooch actually took a couple of shots, and we didn't see Cooch on that last power play at the end there. So I don't know if maybe Coop saw even what you saw, those last couple of power play chances, or he's maybe thinking we got to change things up here. Yeah, a lot of misses, though. Yeah. We only had 3 shots on the first power play, but we've had 7 misses and 8 blocks in that first period, so 17 shots. You know, we had a lot of time in the offensive zone, but we missed the net a lot on that first power play, but we had it in there and started going. And the second power play, you know, St. Louis played in a very aggressive checking on 4 lines here, and they really didn't give a whole lot of time and space to the guy that had the puck. And so that's when you have to really move it quickly.
What say you on the power play, some adjustments the Lightning make? Because Chief brings up a good point. It does seem like when teams pressure the Lightning, we see them get a little uncomfortable. Yeah,
I mean, look, that's one of the reasons why Florida's had success against Tampa Bay's power play the last couple of years, especially in that playoff series last year, because they put a tremendous amount of pressure on the puck. They don't want them to feel comfortable with the setup because, you know, the way Nikita Kucherov sees the ice, if he has time and space, there's a good chance at some point he's going to find a play and somebody's going to finish it off at the other end. So if you pressure the puck and force, players into fast decisions, sometimes it ends up being the wrong decision, right? Because you're not that you're flustered, it's just it forces you to make your game and your brain go faster. And sometimes we talk about how players slow the game down. Sometimes you unforceably speed it up a little bit, and that puts you into situations to where you're making maybe incorrect reads and decisions with the puck.
You got to make the face-off. You got to win that face-off first. This last power play we had, we lost the face-off, so it took us a minute to get the puck back into the zone.
They're showing a highlight on CV, the play Radish made that you pointed out. I mean, that was a high-level play, wasn't it?
It's world-class play.
Yeah, it really was.
I mean, some of it's desperation, there's no doubt, but there's an element of skill involved, I think, in everything that goes on throughout the course of a game when a player has instincts and everything else to try and make plays like that. I mean, that was an unbelievable play that, we don't see too often. You see guys try and make it, but when it works to that perfection, boy, does it look good.
What do we want to see in a second?
Well, their puck retrieval and control is good. They moved the puck. They didn't have a lot of time in their own zone. St. Louis still is going to try and out-muscle them all the time. Yeah. So you're going to have, the quicker you move it, the better it is. They won't be able to line you up very fast. So I like to just see them just keep moving that puck quickly and keep playing their end. They did a good job of that in the first period. The only thing, that could have iced the game for them was one of the last 2 power plays. That's all. But I thought they played a pretty solid first period.
Well, I think in that same vein, obviously the whistles are out tonight, right? So you have to be smart with your stick. The last couple of weeks, we have seen some pretty brutal stick penalties by the Lightning. So just be smart, be in control. And at the same time, obviously St. Louis tonight, they've shown they're going to take some penalties. Don't retaliate, because you're going to get some opportunities on the power play, and maybe the refs might be looking to even it up here a little bit, give you one back. Just no freebies, right? Don't give any dumb penalties. I think that's got to be a focus for the Lightning tonight.
And like Nick Paul said, they've been moving their feet tonight, and because they've been moving their feet, they have drawn those calls. Continue to move your feet.
Yep.
Move your feet, boys.
All right, I'm on the run.
Next segment.
I'm on the run.
All right, boys. Appreciate it. Bobby the Chief Taylor, Ben Pierce, Eric Rollinson right there. Hey, with Spectrum, it's only getting all of the sports with over $100 worth of streaming apps and live TV included at no extra cost. It's only the way TV should be. It's only everything. Learn more at SpectrumTV.com. Let's pause 10 seconds so stations can identify themselves on Lightning Radio.
The biggest names in the game.
Kudrov, score! The Lightning win it!
Sirius XM NHL Network Radio.
Weekdays at noon, Dave Michigan and I host Lightning Power Lunch, presented by Reef Rum. It's an hour of great hockey talk for your lunch hour. You can listen live in the Lightning mobile app or watch the video live on Facebook, YouTube, and X. And if you missed the show, download the podcast in your favorite app and listen anytime. We will be doing a show tomorrow before we take a couple of days for Christmas break. Holmberg and Radish, your goal scorers tonight so far for Tampa Bay, leading 2-0 at the end of 20. The Lightning finished with 6 shots on goal in that first period. St. Louis with 5. Both teams won 50% of the faceoffs. Tampa Bay, of course, with the 1 power play goal. And we'll see if they can add to that in the second period. We will take a break. And when we return, we'll have the second period for you. Mish and the Hall of Famer Phil Esposito, they'll have the call on Lightning Radio.
15 minutes after tonight's Lightning game, it's the Last Call postgame show presented by Jack Daniels. We're breaking down the game. Plus, you'll hear from the players and head coach John Cooper's postgame comments. The Last Call. 15 minutes after tonight's game on the Lightning Audio Network.
Most people that come in have tried many, many different things to get themselves out of pain, and nothing has worked for them. And eventually they make their way to us, and that's when good things happen.
You're listening to Alex, an arch support specialist at the Good Feet store.
A woman came in complaining of extreme pain, and she was concerned that she wasn't able to play with her grandchildren. I fitted her for the arch supports, I put them in her shoes, and she took a couple steps and she started crying because she knew then that she would be able to begin doing the things that she wanted to do with them.
For over 25 years, the Good Feet store and our arch support specialists have been helping folks live the life they love without foot, knee, hip, or back pain getting in the way.
I called her a week later. She thanked me profusely. She was able to do those things that she wasn't able to do before, and she had a new lease on life. Those kind of Good Feet stories happen all the time. It's fantastic.
Try them for yourself. Stop in for a free fitting and test walk at the Good Feet store.
Visit any of our 5 locations throughout Tampa, St. Petersburg, and Sarasota, and at goodfeet.com.
When your team's best players have all been traded and the latest pick is overrated, just raise a glass with a friend or two and tell them more, tell them more, tell them more do. May your team be great and your picks be true, and if it falls apart you'll know what to do. Just raise a glass with a fan or two and tell them more, tell them more, tell them more do. It's a crazy world, so what do? You tell them more, tell them more, tell them more do. Hey!
Tullamore Dew Irish Whiskey, imported by William Grant & Sons, Inc.
Every day, 44 people in the U.S. die from a drug overdose. The majority of overdose deaths involve opioid use. Overdose deaths accelerated during the COVID-19 pandemic. Under Florida's Good Samaritan Act, you cannot be prosecuted for calling 911 to get help for someone who has overdosed. This is especially critical in emergencies where every second counts. There is help. Recovery is possible. Visit CFBHN for more information.
Central Florida Behavioral Health Network is a managing entity contracted with the Department of Children and Families.
Score! Brandon points! Another overtime winner!
The second period of tonight's Tampa Bay Lightning game is presented by Advent Health, the official health and wellness partner of the Tampa Bay Lightning. Here's Dave Mishkin.
Lightning lead the Blues 2-0 after 1 in the second period. Vasilevsky in the net to our right. Jordan Binnington in the goal to our left. When the Lightning win, you get 50% off your favorite pizzas the next day from Papa John's. Just use promo code BOLTSW when you order online or on the app. Papa John's is the official pizza partner of the Lightning. For every home goal the Lightning score this season, Mosaic is donating $1,000 to the Goals for Food program. For every home hat trick, it's another $1,500. Plus, any overtime game means another $5,000 to help Greater Tampa Bay Food Banks. Thanks, Mosaic, for helping in the fight against hunger. Well, let's see if Kucherov comes out for the second, Phil, because he left the game in the first.
He did leave the bench, did he?
I believe so.
Well, I saw him going to the bench, and he sort of shrugged his shoulders and put up his hands like he was upset about something.
Well, there he is. Last guy down the tunnel, but down the tunnel. Well, look, the Lightning had a chance to really break this game open. I mean, they had a 2-0 lead. They had 2 additional power play chances.
Yeah.
They didn't do a lot on either of those. They didn't really look to shoot that much on either of those.
No, they didn't.
And so the Blues are in business here, and they had a great A right at the end of the period. So let's see where this game goes from here.
Just think about our last game. We're down 3-0, man, and we ended up getting 3 goals in the second period. So
for a period in which, I mean, the Lightning outplayed the Blues, they did, but shots were only 6-5 Lightning.
That's crazy.
Attempts were 22-13 Lightning, so I mean, they had more pucks directed toward the net, but
well, you got to start generating again. Well, Kucherov's going off. Is he going off the? No, he's sitting there.
Yeah,
okay.
The Lightning waited to see who the Blues sent out to start the period. It'll be Braden Shen on the faceoff against Nick Paul. Faceoffs are dead even in the first period, 7-7, but St. Louis won all 3 shorthanded faceoffs.
Yeah, big deal there.
Second period underway. Shen wins the draw. Parayko from the red line sweeps this in. Well, it might have gone out of play. It did. I saw the mesh netting buckle a little bit.
So it'd be the same spot right at center ice.
I'd like to welcome our second period guests, Phil.
Yes.
Tammy and Rick Henley. Welcome to them.
She knew who played Tammy in the old movies. She knew it.
Shen wins another draw from Nick Paul. Falk, nice move up the middle into the Lightning zone. Falk in the slot. Shoot, save made by Vasilevsky. He drops it down for McDonough. McDonough slips it by the net and got it back, and then feeds Destu in the right wing. Off the right side, Bjorkstrand to the red line. Drops this in. First to it is Tucker for the Blues. He's checked by Paul, and Gensel will follow up in the left corner. He is tied up. Jake Neighbors delivers to Shen. He'll chop it out. Destu hands off McDonough the left wing. McDonough, nice headman feed Gensel. Maybe a 2-on-2 across the blue line. Yes, across the blue line he steps. Right circle Destu. Destu back for Gensel in front off his skate. Save made by Binnington. Gensel tries to center. It's taken away by Neighbors. And Neighbors launches this down the ice. It's going to be an icing. Well, that was another scoring chance for the Lightning.
You know what? The Blues looked like they came out to try to body the Lightning. They had 2 or 3 hits right off the bat in that first shift in the second period. I bet you that's what the coaches have said. Start hitting these guys.
No shot credited to Gensel, so maybe it went off the side of the net.
Yeah, it probably did. I thought it did, David.
Yanni Gordow for the face-off against Shen to the right of Binnington. This is won by the Lightning. Kucherov, a left circle shot, blocked. And deflected out of play. Off that block from Otto Stenberg. So now the Blues can get it changed, no longer after an icing.
Another face-off again to the right of Binnington. That was a good win by Yanni Gord. Very good win.
They'll take the draw against Thomas this time. Thomas on his strong side, as is Gord. 50-50. The Lightning do win it. Moser at the left point under pressure is going to lose the puck. Jonathan Berggren on a counter to the Lightning zone. A little pass came right to Buchnevich. He tapped it on net. Save made by Vasilevsky, and then Gord couldn't handle a pass from Kucherov. Buchnevich shoots in the slot. Save Vasilevsky. That was after the Lightning turned the puck over, trying to leave the defensive zone. Radish out to Gord at center. Lead for Moser. Massey's made a couple of key saves early in this game.
Sure has.
Moser dumps it in. Puck to point, right circle. Braden point checked by Thomas. And here comes Jonathan Berggren. To center ice, chips it forward, Parayko. He'll spin it in. Blues have picked up their game since the early minutes. Vasilevsky dumps it around the near boards, and Gord hands off point to center. Back for Yanni Gord. Across the St. Louis line to the left circle. Gord drops to left point. Moser shoots, save Bennington with a glove he holds on. 18-18 left in the second. 2-0 Tampa Bay.
That was a good shot by Moser. That's a tough pass, too, because the guy was almost right on Moser, but he was able to snap it really quickly and get it right on net, so we'll have a face-off to the right of Bennington.
Finley, James, and Gonsalves come out for a shift. Oscar Sundqvist and Jack Finley to the right of Bennington. Finley's toss, so James will take it. .50-50, controlled by the Blues. Mayu will shoot it off the glass out of play. So another face-off coming to the right of Bennington.
All of a sudden, a lot of face-offs.
Yeah, choppy start to the second for sure.
Yeah. Face-off again to the right of Bennington. Do it all over again.
Finley will try and stay in this time against Oscar Sundqvist. One by Finley. Declan Carlisle left circle, leaves for Crozier center point. Shoots, that got through, save made by Bennington. Matthew Joseph in the near corner is checked by Finley. James takes it free. Looking for Gonsalves in front. Instead, deflects to Crozier. Center point shot wide left. Rebound, James! Oh, he just put a wide left. He had Bennington leaning the wrong way. Crozier right point, left point to Carlisle. Left circle, Gage Gonsalves. Looking for James in front. Instead, it deflects back to Max Crozier right point. Crozier at the right circle. Shoots. Saved Bennington. He didn't quite know where it was, and Finley was sniffing for it, but now we get the whistle. Good work by this line.
Yep. Good play. Hard work by this line, too. James gets a lot of chances, man.
Yeah.
I'll tell you.
Let's see what happened here. He just missed.
Just missed the net.
He was upset with himself.
He should be. He had the wide open corner and missed the net.
Almost looked like he tried to be fine. He didn't even need to be that fine. I didn't realize so much of the net was open until I saw the replay. Bennington was standing in the middle. Dvorsky and Paul on the faceoff, won by Nick Paul. Crozier again right circle. Crozier for Paul right circle. Paul checked, gets away. Paul, center point to Bjorkstrand, left point Declan Carlisle. Center point Bjorkstrand. Doesn't shoot, feeds it behind the net. Gensel, Jake Gensel tracks it right circle. Right point Crozier, center point Carlisle. Declan Carlisle skating well to the right circle. Carlisle looked to center it in front. Tucker a steal and an outlet. Justin Falk 3-on-2 maybe up the middle at center. Across the blue line. Here's Shen for Falk left circle. Falk checked. Crozier bangs it up the far board. It's not out. Held in. Tucker left point shot. Save Vasilevsky. Lightning have to be a little cleaner right now, Phil. Getting that puck past that last skater, and now almost a steal. Fabry almost took it away from Carlisle, but Crozier follows up to Paul at center ice. That's happened twice. The Blues players held it in right at the blue line.
Yep. Well, right there, Carlisle tried to get fancy. You can't get fancy.
Destu in the Lightning end, left wing McDonough. Still 2-0 Lightning in the second. Up the middle, Kucherov deflects it in. Off the carom, it's Gord in the right corner. Gord took a check, and the puck intercepted by Shen. Braden Shen fires it to the Lightning defensive blue line. Destu knocks it down, but Tucker will intercept and jab it in. Destu for McDonough. Almost dispossessed by Neighbors, but he turns it out Gord to center. Yanni Gord across the blue line. Left circle Braden Point. Point has room here to skate behind the net. In front for Gord. It got deflected away from him, but Gord follows up behind the net. Feeds McDonough at the center point. McDonough pass blocked up high by Shen. It deflects into the Lightning bench. The puck will stay, and the faceoff will stay in the St. Louis defensive zone. Early second, 2-0 Tampa Bay.
You know, lots of times McDonough plays the right side. He gets out there sometimes and he stays the right side the whole shift, and the Stu stays on the left side, and I don't know, it just seems to be more comfortable with the Stu on the left side.
We'll get a face-off to the left of Bennington. Robert Thomas, Anthony Cirelli. Won by the Blues. The puck pinballs off Parayko back to Thomas. He'll launch this down the ice. Not sure what he was trying to do there. That's an icing. Radish won the race down the ice from Berggren. Blues picked up Berggren on waivers from Detroit, and he's playing on their top line. Part of the reason is Jordan Kyrie's injured, but what an opportunity for him.
We'll say.
Thomas and Cirelli to the right of Binnington. Both players now on their strong side. False start.
What
I'll try it again. Puck not dropped. Now it is. It's one for Gergenson's left circle. He'll rim it cross ice. Darren Radish right point. Pops it towards Cirelli right corner. Cirelli checked by Parayko. Cirelli maneuvers to Pontus Holmberg right circle. Center point Radish tees it up. Shoots wide right. He's missed the net a few times tonight. Gergenson's behind the net. Following up. Walks in right circle. Right circle Radish. Darren Radish behind the net. Radish stays with it at the left circle. Radish stops. He'll deal it behind the net. Cirelli. Good zone shift here for the Lightning. Cirelli keeps it moving. Gergenson's right circle. Right point Holmberg. Pontus Holmberg back for Gergenson's right circle. He's trying to turn on Berggren. He will. Gergenson's right corner. Centers it. Cirelli a shot. Save made by Binnington. Thomas grabs. Robert Thomas drops it. Broberg. He's checked by Cirelli. Puck is going to be stolen here. Holmberg left circle. Holmberg holds it in. Blues can't get a change. Holmberg shoots. Save made by Binnington. And Broberg out to center ice for Berggren. He'll knuckleball it in. Blues finally get a change. Almost 5 minutes played in the second. 2-0 Lightning. Dominic James gets the puck from J.J. Moser. Wheels to the center ice circle. James, nice move across the blue line. Shoots in the slot. It got deflected by Mailloux and goes out of play. 14:58 left in the second. 2-0 Lightning.
Dominic James really is a good skater. He can handle the puck really well. And sooner or later, those shots are going to start getting on the net.
Yep.
And they're going to start going in for him a little bit. Face-off will be to the right of Binnington.
They're going to have Finley take it again on his weak side against Sundqvist.
That surprises me.
A big, strong guy is Finley. It's kind of a 50-50, and it's going to come free to Falk. Falk busts up the middle at center. Falk across the blue line, left circle Torpchenko. Lines for Falk by the net. He's going to lose it. Gage Gonsalves trying to spin this out, and he will. Bounces to Cam Fowler at the Blues defensive blue line. Right side feet Torpchenko. Couldn't dump it in. Falk follows up, though, and does bounce it in. 2-0 the Lightning lead in the second. There's Declan Carlisle. Skating to center ice. Up the middle, Finley. Did he touch this? Yes, he did. No, he did not. A late whistle for an icing.
What the heck? I thought he touched it.
And then it also looked like James might have gotten to the puck first. Instead, the icing is called against the Lightning. Early second, so this line with James, Gonsalves, and Finley, Crozier and Carlisle have to hang in there. D-zone face-off.
This is a big face-off now. Comes to a big face-off.
Dalibor, Dvorsky, and Jack Finley to the right of Vasilevsky. Finley's given a warning. Finley wins it. Now, can the Lightning execute the clear? Crozier whiffs on a clearing attempt. It's taken away Fabry. Left point Broberg. Broberg shoots, deflected wide right. Rebound Gonsalves, looking to nudge it out. Parayko trying to block it. Lightning need to be hard on the puck here, and it's flipped up by Finley to center ice. Gonsalves across the St. Louis line, left circle. He's hounded every step of the way, but he got it deep behind the St. Louis net. And James is going to track this. Dominic James, checked by Joseph. James stays with it. He'll bounce for Paul, right corner. Nick Paul in the offensive zone. Double teamed. Trying to kick it for James off his stick. Rebound, Gensel had it go over his stick. And Broberg finally flips it up the middle. It's out of the zone. Dvorsky picks it up. Dalibor Dvorsky into the Lightning end left circle. Goes cross ice. Gensel is going to skate onto this, I believe. Yes. He'll spin it out to center ice and chase it. Got it across the blue line. Then he'll lose Fabry. Robbie Fabry had it lost to McDonough to Gensel. He'll pass to Nick Paul, who fires it in. 2-0 Lightning in the second.
Too bad.
Puck skipped over Gensel's stick as he was pinching down the wall. Tyler Tucker the other way for St. Louis. Left wing Fabry directs it in for Tucker, left corner. A feed to the left circle. The shot got taken right there by Stenberg. Save made. Vasilevsky rebound. Falk at the right point scores. The initial shot was deflected wide and went back to Falk, who now has 10 goals this year. He's got a big bomb of a shot and he blasts it in. It's 2-1.
Man, that was a blast. I mean, a huge shot, and I think it hit a Lightning player right in the slot area, in the hash mark area. Might have been Braden or Bjorkstrand. I think it was Bjorkstrand that hit.
Tucker and Stenberg, I think, will get the assists. Tucker made that play, though. He carried it all the way down the ice. So double-digit goals for Justin Falk, and the Blues are in business. They make it 2-1. What's funny is, I mean, they haven't really been pressing the attack in the second. The Lightning have been, but they've been unable to add to their lead. Now Parayko in the blue zone up the far boards, held in Kucherov right circle. Kucherov is checked. Where's that puck? Braden Shen out to center ice. It was played maybe with a glove.
Yeah, hand pass.
Yeah. 13:04 left in the second. 2-1 Lightning on Lightning Radio.
As part of our 90th anniversary.
Health challenges affects too many lives. And too often the silence around them leads to painful outcomes. Hi, I'm Nick Paul, and it's time we break through the stigma and start real conversations about mental wellness. That's why I'm proud to partner once again with Slide Insurance to continue Points by Paul, an initiative supporting the Crisis Center of Tampa Bay. Join my team and be part of this movement by visiting pointsbypaul.com and help us shine a light on those facing mental health struggles. So together, we can build a brighter path forward.
NHL fans, give yourself some great looks this season and get Lightning tickets at Ticketmaster. As the official ticket marketplace of the Tampa Bay Lightning and the NHL, Ticketmaster has a wide selection of tickets available for every game, so you can catch all the action live all season long. If your plans change, you can sell or transfer your tickets, and mobile tickets make it easy to get into the arena in time for puck drop. With Ticketmaster, you'll ensure that when they shoot, you'll score. Get tickets today at Ticketmaster.com/Lightning.
This is Lightning Radio.
Justin Falk recently played his 1,000th NHL regular season game, and he has 10 goals now this year. Tucker and Stenberg assisted at 6:43 the second. 2-1 Lightning.
He blasted that one, I can tell you that, boy. With a wicked shot. I thought maybe it might have deflected off of a Lightning player.
Went into the top of the net. I mean, not like bar down, but kind of over Vasilevsky's blocker. If Bjorkstrand didn't touch it, it's certainly possible he screened Vasilevsky a little bit.
Yeah.
All right, a face-off to the left of Binnington. Pius Suter in point. Won by Suter. Broberg. We're going to chop this out. He does. Crozier slips it right wing Kucherov. Connects with Declan Carlisle. He'll toss this in. Binnington slows it by the net, but it rolls to Kucherov by the net. Kucherov tripped up by Suter, following up Carlisle down low. And what's the call here? Is it another penalty?
I don't know.
I don't know why they blew the whistle. The referee standing by Kucherov. Maybe it was a hand pass. Kucherov from the ice gloved it to Carlisle. We were screened on that. 2-1 Lightning, 12:48 left in the second.
Cooch has got to get going here, too. The team depends on him a lot, and he's got to get going.
Cirelli and Thomas, won by Cirelli at center ice. J.J. Moser, right wing for Radish. Settles it down.
What the heck was that?
Chipped it in weakly, and it's intercepted by Broberg. Broberg to the red line, floats this into the Lightning end. Moser tracks it by the net. Lines for Radish up the far boards. This is out of the zone. Is this going to be an icing, though?
No.
No, it didn't cross the end line in time. Tracking it was Mayu. Left side feed, can't foul it. The center ice, it is Suter. Right wing Mayu dumps this in on Vasilevsky. 2-1, the Lightning lead in the second. J.J. Moser, left side outlet. Zemgus Girgensons. Feeds Radish on the right side. Radish chips it in. On the carom, it's Girgensons left circle. Trying to maneuver for Cirelli left corner. Cirelli centers it, looking for Holmberg. That's knocked away by Mayu. Couldn't clear. Held in Radish. Center point shot. Score!
Bounced in.
Tipped in the high slot, I think, by Cirelli. That bounced in. The Lightning answer the St. Louis goal. They make it 3-1 with 11:59 left in the second. That is the 100th career point for Darren Radish. Congratulations to him.
Cirelli must have deflected that. Is the shot? Yeah. Cirelli deflected. He's standing out by the hash mark. And he's standing there, and a nice little wrist shot again by Radish. And Cirelli deflects it. It goes down and bounces over the pad. Hits right in front of the pad, in front of the blue paint, and bounces over his pad.
Tough night for Binnington on some of the goals he's had to face. 2 were deflected by Lightning players, and 1 hit Falk and went in.
Yeah.
Sorelli gets his 10th, so he's up to double-digit goals. Radish 1 assist. We'll check in the second one when they announce it. I think Sorelli might have fed it to Radish, actually. Destu hits Paul at center ice, dumps it in. So the Lightning have a 2-goal lead back. Bennington chips it out himself on his backhand. Ryan McDonough knocks it down. McDonough goes back to his own zone, slides it up the left side, Jake Gensel. He'll float this in. Over 8 played in the second, 3-1 Lightning. Bennington up the far boards, held in Destu. Right circle, Bjorkstrand. Cranks across ice, skate race to the puck. After it is Gensel and Paul. Picking up those Stenberg. Otto Stenberg reverses it for Tucker. Tyler Tucker cranks it out. McDonough looks to reverse it to the red line. Gensel had it, lost it. Falk, left wing out of Stenberg, drops it for Tyler Tucker. Back for Falk on the right wing. 11-13 left in the second, 3-1 Lightning. Back for Tucker on the left wing. And again, Justin Falk. Blues are getting a change. They have fresh guys out on the ice. Matthew Joseph on the right wing spins it in. Vasilevsky leaves it for Destu by the goal. 2 Blues are around him behind the net. It's James. James is checked. And the puck got taken away by Joseph, but his centering feed came out of the zone, and Yanni Gourde picks it up. Chris crosses across the blue line left circle. Gourde pulls up. Yanni Gourde turns it by the line here, trying to get a change completed. So Broberg has time to feed Joseph on the left wing. He'll direct it out to Fabry at center ice. Fabry check. Joseph follows up. Here comes Matthew Joseph across the line. Fabry left point. Left corner Joseph loses Carlisle. The far boards Crozier. Taps it for Kucherov. And now Point. Braden Point to center ice. Carlisle in his skate. Gourde follows up and does force it in. Parayko looking to clear it. Point got in the way. Puck alive just inside the St. Louis blue line. It is played out by Parayko to Joseph at center ice. He dumps it in. 3-1 the Lightning lead. 10-15 left in the second. Max Crozier's got the puck for the Lightning. In his own zone, left wing Declan Carlisle. Carlisle out to center ice. Back for Point. Across the blind, Point high slot. Got a stick lift provided by Toropchenko. Stays with it though, right circle. Point rams it to the far corner. Parayko is there to play it for Alexei Toropchenko. Couldn't clear. Good play right there to hold it in. Moser for Kucherov, right circle off his stick. Toropchenko this time does feed it out. Parayko to center. Here come the Blues. Broberg across the blue line, right point. Deals it by the Lightning net. Suter checked by Moser. Radish knuckleballs it for Gourde. Gourde holds on to it. Feeds it up the middle. Kucherov. Kucherov still on the Lightning end. Backs off a bit. Now slings it out of the reach of Moser. Is this going to be an icing?
Oh,
yes, that was an unforced error by the Lightning. 9:35 left in the second. 3-1 Tampa Bay, and they do have tired guys stuck out there.
And Kucherov knows that's a dumb play. That's a dumb play. He knows it. He put his head down. He skated back because not smart. That's all he had to do is move his feet. Face-off comes to the left of Vasilevsky.
Well, we talked about that earlier face-off when Finley was out after an icing. He won the draw. The Lightning got the puck out. This is another one of these situations. Thomas and Gourde, 50-50. Who's got it? It's played up and out by Moser. The Lightning are not going to be able to get a full change, though. Mayu at the St. Louis blue line connects with Buchnevich. Pavel Buchnevich at center ice. Banks it for Thomas. He'll flip it in. Lightning need to be crisp on their execution here. Radish at the near boards. Gourde. Can Yanni clear it? They'll lift it high in the air. Out to center ice. Holmberg is going to not get it, but it does deflect to Radish. Lightning really fighting this puck. They need to get these tired guys off the ice. Moser at the Lightning blue line. Right wing Sorelli. He is fresh, and he dumps it in. Puck is going to bounce to Holmberg. Holmberg behind the net. Pontus Holmberg right circle. Holmberg a little pass blocked. Holmberg gets it again right point. He'll direct it to the far corner. Good stick Thomas to steal. Right wing Mayu. He'll flip it down the ice. He's going to come in on Vasilevsky, I believe, and he's going to shovel it away to McDonough before they blew the whistle. McDonough, left wing Sorelli at center. Across the blue line, stays with the left circle. He's checked by Falk. Tucker the other way. A pass center ice cut up by McDonough. Across the blue line, onside left point. He is checked. Lightning have to get this in deep. They don't. Instead, it's Stenberg. To center ice, Braden Shen. He'll direct this in. Gergensons by the Lightning net. Touches for Destu. 2 Blues around him. He'll find out McDonough. Left wing Sorelli missed his stick, and it's going to be another icing against the Lightning. Just these little segments, sometimes you see it. The Lightning are just, their execution is just a bit off, and they're opening the door for the other team to maybe make a play. 3-1 they lead, 8:17 left in the second.
Yeah, Anthony Sorelli was sort of going towards the boards with his back, and McDonough didn't realize it, and he missed him about a foot.
Shen and Sorelli to the right of Vasilevsky. One by Shen. Falk has already scored tonight. He hasn't left point. He shoots, blocked by Gergensen. Falk again, center point. Right point, Tucker. Shoots, blocked. Rebound loose. In the right corner, Shen. By the net, Stenberg. Coughs it up, McDonough. Needs to execute a clear here. McDonough turns on his forehand. Feeds Gergensen's on the right wing. Cross ice Desu to the red line. He'll launch it in. Hard around for Gensel just off the Lightning bench in the right corner. Chips it behind the St. Louis net. Falk. A pass is blocked by Gergensen. Still out there. Following up is Braden Shen to lift it out of the zone. Jake Gensel gloves it down and plays it with his stick for Radish. Back for Gensel on the left wing. 3-1 Lightning in the second. Gensel across the St. Louis line. Makes a move to the left circle. He is checked. Following up, though, is Bjorkstrand left corner. Bjorkstrand tied up by Tucker. Bjorkstrand delivers to Moser left point. Right point, Radish tees it up. Shoot, save made. The rebound is loose. Paul couldn't get a stick on it. And instead, it's flipped out of there by Tyler Tucker into the Lightning end. Is this an icing? No. Radish on his horse grabs. Joseph pursues. Radish by the Lightning net. Trying to get away from Joseph. He will. Slides to Moser on the left wing. That was a good save by Bennington moments ago.
Yes, sir.
Moser dumps it in. Fowler looks up ice, but passes instead D to D Parayko. Nice feed up the left side. Here's Dvorsky across the line. Joseph, open right circle. Shoot, save made by Vasilevsky, and he holds on with the glove. TV timeout, 6:59 left in the second. 3-1 Lightning on Lightning Radio.
Whether it's training day, game day,
Pass to the corner. It shoots. He scores!
or recovery day, Advent Health keeps you ready for every day and for everything that makes you feel whole. Advent Health, official health and wellness partner of the Tampa Bay Lightning.
Lightning fans, it's time to save big on Bubble Days at Bubble Down Car Wash. Wear your Tampa Bay Lightning gear Monday through Friday and get your car washed for just $5 all season long. Support your favorite team and keep your ride shining with this amazing deal. Clean cars, big savings, and unbelievable service. That's what makes us the bestest car wash in town. Get the cleanest car in town every time you bubble down. Bubble Down Car Wash, a proud partner of the Tampa Bay Lightning.
The NHL is giving fun in the sun a whole new meaning. Join the party outdoors in Tampa on February 1st as we drop the puck at the home of the Bucks.
Oh, that's a big hit right there.
It's the Navy Federal Credit Union NHL Stadium Series. Be there as Victor Hedman and the Tampa Bay Lightning host David Pastrnak and the Boston Bruins. Outdoors at Raymond James Stadium. Get your tickets now at NHL.com/Stadium Series.
This is Lightning Radio.
Each team with a second period goal. Congratulations to Darren Radish. We mentioned it when Cirelli scored the goal, his 100th career point. 27 of them have come this year.
Radish is having a good year as far as the offense is concerned, and he's done very well with Victor Hedman out on the power play.
I thought it had been a little while. Cirelli had scored in 13 games.
Really?
Yeah. Last goal against Philadelphia. Game played here in Tampa. Cirelli out for the face-off against Thomas. To the left of Vasilevsky, won by Robert Thomas. Parayko right point, right circle Buchnevich. Shoots! Saved by Vasilevsky. That was tipped in front. Puck grabbed by Cirelli. It was tipped by Neighbors. Great save, Vasilevsky. Cirelli clears it down the ice. Puck grabbed by Pontus Holmberg. He stole it at the left circle. He'll lift it behind the net. Broberg jostling with Gergensen. Gergensen stays with it. Gergensen's battling hard. Nudges for Holmberg, left corner. He'll rim it cross ice, waiting for a Radish right point. Left point Moser. Left point
Don't
Cirelli.
fool around there,
shoots blocked.
please.
And here's a rebound. Thomas trying to get it out. He does to Broberg at center. Do the Blues have numbers? No. Lightning back defensively. Good back check. Moser intercepts and grabs the puck at the far boards. Holmberg taps for Gergensen. It didn't get out. Gergensen stays with it. Needs to execute a clear here. Up the middle, Holmberg got it out of the zone. Lightning want to change too. Pontus Holmberg fires it in. 3-1 Lightning in the second. Fowler for Falk. They'll scoop it high in the air to the Lightning blue line. Gloving it down is Carlisle, but picking up next is Oscar Sundqvist. He'll spin it in. Crozier by the Lightning net. At the far boards, Carlisle. Carlisle trying to execute a clear. He's being checked by Torpchenko. Where's the puck? And it got dropped actually by Sundqvist, but out between the point men. Falk has it back. Right side feed, Pius Suter jams it in. Puck collected by Max Crozier. Double teamed. Who's got the puck? Suter Lost it in front to James. Left wing Jack Finley. Finley will deliver it out to center ice. It hit the linesman. But now Gonsalves steals from Sundquist across the line. Finley. Right circle James. In front Carlisle. Shoots off the goal post.
Wow.
Rebound James. Right corner behind the net Finley. Left corner Gonsalves. Boy, Carlisle's been snake bitten tonight. He has it again at the right point. A shot blocked. Puck is grabbed by Falk. They'll deliver it out. Toropchenko at center is checked by Carlisle. 5:06 left in the period. Carlisle jams it back in. Another great setup from James. Here's Cam Fowler of St. Louis. Holding onto the puck. Right side feed. Berggren loses it. Touching it forward is Paul for Bjorkstrand. Across the blue line to the right circle. He got flattened by Parayko. He never got the shot of it. He had a step, but then Parayko caught him. Berggren the other way, up the left wing. To the red line. Delivers it in. Destu. Left wing McDonough. Fans wanted a call. I think that was a clean play by Parayko. Nice pass. McDonough to Paul. 3-on-2 across the line. Paul right circle. Tough drop pass. Knocked away by Schenn. He'll clear it. He's trying to slip for Destu, and Schenn read it. McDonough back in the Lightning end. Left wing Jake Gensel. He'll softly put it into the offensive zone. Robbie Fabry is on it, though. Right wing to Parayko. 3-1 Lightning in the second. Parayko clears. McDonough knocks it down. Bounces it forward. Bjorkstrand. He'll muscle it across the blue line. Bjorkstrand left circle. Centers it. It got deflected wide left. Philip Broberg trying to clear it, and he is successful. Fabry had it, lost it. At center ice to Bjorkstrand. Back across the blue line. A drop pass came out of the zone. And then Gensel brought it back in. He and Schenn exchanged little slashes. TV timeout. 4:04 left in the second. 3-1 Lightning on Lightning Radio.
You've worked hard to make your dreams come true. And when you need to protect those dreams, who do you turn to? Does your agent know your name? Or would you call a number that connects you with who? Another state? Another country? Get a local, independent insurance agent with Insurance Office of America. You need someone you can call when your property, auto, or other valuable things are damaged. Get an agent that will protect you in all you've worked hard for. Call IOA today at 833-546-2872. At IOA, we focus on your risk so you can focus on your dreams.
Since 1889, the Tampa YMCA has been at the heart of our community, dedicated to inspiring health and well-being across Tampa Bay. The Tampa Metropolitan Area YMCA is committed to building healthy, confident, connected, and secure communities, meeting each individual where they are and helping them reach their most fulfilled life. Join us today and be a part of something bigger, the Y, where history meets hope and every day is an opportunity to grow. For more information on how to become involved, visit us at tampaymca.org. The Y, strengthening our community, one life at a time.
Bolts Nation, it's never been easier to watch Lightning hockey live and on demand. Anywhere, anytime. Never miss a second of the action. For less than $1 a game, stream exclusively on the official Tampa Bay Lightning app. Watch all season long. Plus, replay the action, relive the highlights, and watch even more exclusive team content. Just download the official Lightning app.
This is Lightning Radio.
Lightning have a 3-1 lead. Honestly, they could be up by more than that. I mean, the Blues have had a few chances, but you think about Binnington stopped Carlisle in the first period. Carlisle hit the post moments ago. There have been other plays around the net that Binnington has battled to, fight through and make saves.
Carlisle has impressed me. He's played very well since his recall. Boy, he's snake bitten, like you said, though, tonight.
Robert Thomas, Anthony Cirelli, neutral zone faceoff. 4:04 left in the second. Cirelli wins the draw. Radish whistles it in. Hard around Parayko. Can he clear it? Up the near boards, Buchnevich. Checked by Moser, but got it out. Thomas to center. Robert Thomas, left wing Broberg. Across the blue line, left circle. Broberg, a drop pass. Blocked by Gergensons. Trying to clear it. Thomas getting in the way. Puck battle. Comes to Radish. He'll slide it cross ice, J.J. Moser. Moser has time on his forehand. Tucks it behind the net for Radish. The Lightning are doing a regroup. Oh, the Blues kind of back off a bit.
Yep.
3.5 to go in the second. Darren Radish steps up the middle. Headman feed. Holmberg at center. Tried to deflect it forward. It got blocked. Here's a counter. Across the blue line. Buchnevich for Neighbors left circle. Left corner, Buchnevich. The feed to the slot. Fowler shoots. Save Vasilevsky. Sloppily done there by the Lightning as they tried to move it up ice. Neighbors center point Fowler. Right circle Mailloux. Golfs it behind the Lightning net. Puck grab by Darren Radish. This time they'll carry it himself up the right wing. Flip it forward, and Pontus Holmberg deflects it in. Lightning trying to get a change completed. Fowler will counter. Lightning still have tired guys out there. Fowler, right side feed, Dvorsky. Dalibor Dvorsky regroups in the St. Louis end. Gives for Mailloux. Passes it up the middle. and Joseph deflects it in. Radish and Moser have had a long shift. They're still out there. The puck almost centered by Dvorsky. A good back check. Gord knocks it away to Point. Braden Point marches to center, right wing Kucherov. Back for Point, across the blue line, left circle. Point shoots, toe save made.
Great save
by Bennington, and Dvorsky delivers it out. Puck is going to bounce into the Lightning end. Fabry chases Carlisle. Carlisle delivers for Crozier. Crozier directs it out. That skipped over the stick of Parayko, and they are going to call icing.
Whoa.
2:23 left in the second, 3-1 Lightning.
It bounced right over the stick of Parayko.
Yep.
Face-off comes down to the right of Vasilevsky.
I'm not crazy about that icing call. I understand Parayko, he was trying to play it. I mean, it's not like he intentionally let it go past him, but that's right at a St. Louis player. It's not really the spirit of icing, but Shannon Gord, won by Yanni Gord, and the Lightning get out of trouble anyway. Crozier to Point at center. Braden Point pitches it in. There's Broberg behind the St. Louis net. Getting checked by Point. Can the Lightning retrieve it? Gord left circle. Left circle Kucherov. Kucherov drops to left point to McDonough. Left corner Point. Behind the net Kucherov. Kucherov holds. Kucherov is checked by Stenberg. Kucherov stays with it. He'll cough it up to Broberg. Under 2 to play in the second, 3-1 Lightning. Philip Broberg marches to the red line at the end of a shift. He'll dump it in, but after it is Berggren. McDonough got it away from Berggren to Destu. Right wing Point. Braden Point. Cross ice McDonough, skating well to center. McDonough on the left wing, bounces it in. $1:40 left in the period. Lightning lead 3-1. Here is Oscar Sundqvist of St. Louis, spinning it to center ice Tyler Tucker. Nice feed across the blue line, and he'll bust after it, but Berggren fumbled it. Berggren gets a left circle, right circle. Falk! Shoots! Save made by Vasilevsky. Boy, that was a huge bomb by Falk. Stepped right into that. Destu in the Lightning far corner. Right to the near side, McDonough. Aggressive forechecking by the Blues. McDonough got it out, but it's blocked by Suter. Here's a counter maybe up the middle. Buchnevich fumbled it. Lightning need to get this puck in deep. Finley will chip it to the St. Louis line, but Tucker is there for Falk. Falk floats it in. 1:05 left in the period. There's Destu by the Lightning net. The 2D have had a long shift. Destu couldn't clear. Held in Tucker left point. Left corner Thomas over his stick. McDonough tied up. Stick held. Who's got it? McDonough stays with it. Chips it up the near boards for Gage Gonçalves. Needs to actually get a clear. He got stripped. Too fancy. Neighbors, right circle Thomas. Robert Thomas holds. Thomas in the right corner. Thomas feeds it right point Falk. High slot Tucker. Shoots. Blocked. Big block. Gonçalves comes out of the zone.
That's a big block.
35 to go in the period. Final minute presented by Crown Automotive. The better way to buy for over 50 years. Another rush. Fabry off the feed from Falk. Across the blue line. Checked by J.J. Moser. Big check Moser. Cirelli grabs and clears. Bounces into the St. Louis end. The 2D were able to get off the ice. 18 seconds left in the period. Fowler, right wing, Joseph. Here come the Blues again. A pass is blocked by J.J. Moser. Big play. And Cirelli will spin it in, and that should probably do it in the period. 7 seconds left. Parayko holds on to it. So just like at the end of the first period, the Blues had a strong shift. But the period will end with the Lightning up by 2. The same lead they took into the period. Each team with a second period goal. It's 3-1 Lightning after 40 minutes. Greg has a second intermission report coming up on Lightning Radio.
Greg Linnelli here. Join Dave, Michigan, and me every weekday at noon Eastern for Lightning Power Lunch. Listen live in the Lightning mobile app, stream the video on Facebook, YouTube, and X, or grab the podcast anytime in your favorite app.
Spectrum TV fixed TV and combined all your favorite sports streaming apps with live TV.
32! Blue 32! Hot height! It's only more Hail Marys!
It's only more bottom of the ninth magic.
It's only more slow motion replays.
It's only getting all the sports with over $100 worth of streaming apps like ESPN, Fox One, Tennis Channel, Peacock, and more, included with live TV at no extra cost. It's only the way TV should be. It's only everything. Learn more at SpectrumTV.com.
It's got to be here somewhere.
Honey, have you seen this month's bill from Tampa Electric?
On the table!
On the table. Ah, here it is. No, that's the water bill. No, notice for picture day tomorrow. I better keep that. The bill is due today!
I filed it in our system!
On the table?
That is our system!
Make life easier with paperless billing and self-selected notifications sent to your phone or email. Your energy, your way. Visit TampaElectric.com/yourway.
Hey, Tampa Bay. The holidays are here and Chick-fil-A Catering makes meal planning a breeze.
Choose from a variety of trays including Chick-fil-A nuggets, mac and cheese, and brownies for your next holiday gathering. Perfect for any size get-together. Just place your order for delivery or pickup through the Chick-fil-A app, online, or by calling ahead. Then pick up at your local Chick-fil-A restaurant. Take cooking off your plate this holiday season and enjoy the gift of Chick-fil-A catering. Availability and order requirements vary. See restaurant for details.
For 10 years in a row, Tampa General has been named the #1 hospital in Tampa Bay by U.S. News and World Report. And once again, we're recognized as a top 50 hospital in the nation. This year in 6 specialties: diabetes and endocrinology, ear, nose, and throat, gastroenterology and GI surgery, heart and vascular care, obstetrics and gynecology, and urology. Tampa General, the region's only academic health system, a university-based program.
The clock's running out on December deal drops at Lowe's, but there's still time to wrap up something they'll love. Shop great gifts under $50, like the DeWalt Elite Series 100-piece bit set. Plus, if you order by 2 p.m., you can get same-day delivery by 8 p.m. Shop December deal drops while you can. Lowe's, we help, you save. Same-day delivery on eligible in-stock items, subject to availability. Fees vary. Details at Lowe's.com/same-day delivery.
Shoots! Score! Dean Gonzalez! His first NHL goal! What a shot!
This is the Lightning Audio Network Intermission Report. Here's Greg Linnelli.
Cirelli centers it, looking for Holmberg. That's knocked away by Mayu. Couldn't clear. Held in Radish. Center point shot. Score!
Bounced in.
Tipped in the high slot, I think, by Cirelli. That bounced in. The Lightning answer the St. Louis goal, and they make it 3-1 with 11:59 left in the second. That is the 100th career point for Darren Radish. Congratulations to him.
Hey, he's had a big night tonight. How about that? Darren Radish with 3 points, a goal and 2 assists. Cirelli with the deflection. 10 on the year now for him. And the Lightning lead 3-1 heading into the third period. Greg Linnelli with you. That was tonight's Cleanest Play, brought to you by Bubble Down Car Wash, the official car wash of the Tampa Bay Lightning. We have our panel with us right now, Ben Pierce, Bobby the Chief Taylor, and Eric Erlandson to talk about that second period and so much more, as that second period shot total, 11 for St. Louis, 6 for Tampa Bay. We saw St. Louis push back there. I think Vassey's been really good. Moser with a couple of big blocks late, but the Lightning able to get a goal to make it 3-1, and once again, Darren Radish all over that play, huh?
Wow, I want to start with the save by Vasilevsky early in the period on Buchnevich. That one-timer, he flashes out the left pad. Boy, he just got the skate out to, I mean, that was a tremendous save to make sure it stayed 2-0 at the time. And you knew St. Louis was going to get some push. I mean, after having come back against Florida the other night and, you know, the heavy tone that they like to kind of set. But, yeah, Darren Radish has been all over the place tonight. I mean, Declan Carlisle could be right there with him. He's been robbed on the back door on one. He hits the post on the other. But, yeah, Radish, 100 career points now. Second fastest defenseman in franchise history to hit 100 points. Only Dan Boyle did it faster. And
that's pretty incredible.
Yeah,
you think about it.
Yeah, you think about it.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously he's a little bit more older by the time he made his NHL debut. But, you know, he's certainly gotten better and better each year, I think. And, you know, the offensive production we know is there. And certainly, I mean, and on all 3 goals tonight, it's a Nikita Kucherov kind of night for him.
That's right. Chief, what'd you make of the second period overall? Oh, look at Chief's face.
Well, you know,
give me the positives.
A lot of block shots. Yeah. You know, they're really having trouble getting their shots through. St. Louis has blocked a lot. I think they've blocked or missed 28 shots already. Mm-hmm. You know, so it's they're in the zone, but they can't get the shot on net. You know, St. Louis has done a really good job of blocking it or forcing them to shoot wide.
Yeah.
You know, but it's St. Louis is not a very good scoring team. You know, they'll play hard and they play tough. You know, but Vassey has made a couple of key saves.
Yeah, he has.
You know, and Bennington's made a couple. You know, Lightning have gotten them on tips and 2 of their goals on tips for sure. So, you know, that's a good sign right there.
Cirelli's tip was beautiful, wasn't it? Ben?
It was, and you know, it was a beautiful. I'm so distracted by what's on the TV, right?
right now with the triplets remake there.
How about the sweaters?
Malone, Andrechuk, and Paul Kennedy, by the way, are trying to recreate that photo.
Yeah, that's good TV. Such good TV that it really just took me off. Wow. Okay. Great job by the Scripps broadcast. And wow. Okay. It was a great redirection by C, his 10th goal of the year. But again, I kind of have to give the credit to Ratty, because one of the things he's done so well this year that I think last year he struggled with, we've talked a lot about his shooting, right? He has the power and the strength on the shot, but it's about when and where you utilize that shot. I feel like he's done a better job this year of getting that shot through, right? Of getting pucks to spots where his teammates can redirect them. Instead of shooting the puck over the net, or wide, or even getting them blocked, right? Because that's a big thing. Is there's a lot of guys that can shoot the puck, but they get blocked by shin pads by the guy coming out to the point. There's a lot of guys in this league that can shoot the puck, but they can't ever get it through the guy coming out to block that shot. And I think Ratty, and I asked him about that earlier this week, and he said, like, that's hard to do in the NHL because guys close so fast from that wing cut up to block that point shot. That's a hard thing to do. Mm-hmm. And he said it's taken him a long time to kind of master that shooting around the block. But you do have to give him credit, I think, on that goal, too.
And I think on that play in particular, we see the growth and the maturity in Darren Radish's overall game. Because with that heavy shot, normally he'd probably want to grab it, find himself, and wind up for it. But he didn't. He threw it on net right away, right? Like, it's understanding the seam was there. He recognized it and put it on frame, and Cirelli got a piece of it. So, 30-year-old, 29, 30-year-old, whatever Darren Radish is nowadays, the maturity's still coming in his game at the NHL level to make sure that he sees that, recognizes it, and executes it in that period of time to maybe fight some instincts that would have been there earlier in his career. And by the way, 2 of the 3 goals tonight, middle slot deflections. The one by Holmberg and the one by Cirelli. Interesting.
And I was just going to say, to something Chief says a lot on this broadcast, too, is I think what the Lightning have done well tonight, despite the low shot count, is the traffic in front. We haven't seen a lot of that this year from the Lightning. I think that's something they could do better. They've done a pretty good job of it here tonight. Yeah,
what's kept this game as close as it has been the ability to block shots for St. Louis. And when talking about Radish, he's had 2 blocks and 2 misses, 1 shot on net. So, they've done a really good job of it. And when you take a look at, I think the Lightning right now, they've had 14 blocked and 14 missed the net of their, you're looking at 28 shots in 40 minutes that were blocked or missed the net. Yeah. And that's, when you miss the net, a lot of it is because, you're trying to shoot it around guys, or you're trying to get it past the goalie, you try to cut it too fine. So, that's the big thing when you take a look at the low shot totals. When you look at 28 misses and blocks, you can see why.
Sure.
And the one shot Darren Radish had on goal was actually going wide. Hit Justin Falk, went in the net. So even that one was going wide.
Right.
Vasi was outstanding. Man. He's been really good this game.
Right, I'm going to let Chief handle that one.
Yeah, the thing he does is that he makes the saves that he's supposed to, like every goalie's supposed to. But he'll come up with that old wow save every once in a while. And he came up with a couple in that period, too. And it's a big reason why we're up by 2 goals. Sure. It's made it. We haven't made it very hard for them to play St. Louis on the second half of a back-to-back. You just have to lean on some guys to get them tired. We haven't done that.
Yeah.
So they've been able to really get in there when they do get in the offensive zone. And Vasi, when they've had a really 10-bell chance, Vasi's been there to stop him.
I think we should get you guys in a sweater and emulate the triplets there in a little picture. I think it'd be kind of cool.
Well, I was asking Steve why Dave, Phil, and you don't have sweaters on.
Probably none that fit us. You just never know.
That's what I was looking for.
Let's just never know. All right, boys. Great job. Hey, Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, buddy.
Merry Christmas.
I'm not going to see you, Chief. I'm going to see you down
there. Yeah, I know. We're having that race again, right?
Yeah, well, I'm going to beat you. But that's how we're going to do it. All right, boys. Great being with you again. We always appreciate it. Don't forget, take the next step forward in your career at Progressive with great benefits and an award-winning workplace. Apply at careers.progressive.com. Let's get to the community hero right here on Lightning Radio. Pete says he doesn't have it. That's okay, Pete. 3-1 Tampa Bay leads at the end of 40 minutes. Cirelli with the goal in the second to give Tampa Bay that 2-goal lead. Again, we talked about it. Radish, the shot, Cirelli with a great deflection, and it was enough to get by Binnington. And the Lightning feel like, all right, hold on, let's see what happens. Pick up 2 points before the Christmas break. We do have the community hero. Let's go to it on Lightning Radio.
Hello, Bolts Nation. I'm Dia Riley, and it is my honor to introduce a woman providing help and hope to families in need. For families on a limited income, fear of unexpected expenses can create stress and anxiety. But United Way Suncoast is there to help, providing support to hardworking families that might stand one unexpected expense away from a financial crisis. Their volunteer income tax assistance program deploys hundreds of IRS-trained volunteers to provide free tax preparation and financial services. And at the heart of this program is Dr. Nicole Pena-Miller, who connects real-time data with a real-time focus to help families succeed financially. Thanks to leaders like Nicole, United Way Suncoast provided tax prep help to nearly 10,000 families last year, guiding families to a brighter future. That's why Dr. Nicole Pena-Miller is our hero. Before the game, it was our privilege to present Nicole with a $50,000 grant to help United Way Suncoast continue their great work. Tampa Bay, please stand with us now and salute tonight's Lightning community hero, Dr. Nicole Pena-Miller.
Outstanding work, especially right before the holidays. Always good to hear those stories, and we appreciate everybody who is making a difference in their communities. Culver's is bringing the Thunder with curds in the third. If the Lightning score in the third, you score free Wisconsin cheese curds from Culver's with an online valid purchase. Let's pause 10 seconds so stations can identify themselves right here on Lightning Radio.
Everything is better on ice. Sirius XM NHL Network Radio.
On this week's Block Party podcast, presented by High Lie IPA, Greg Wolf and Brian Coburn, we're joined by Lightning assistant GM Jeff Tambellini. They discussed his hockey family's legacy, transitioning from player to management, and coming back to the Lightning organization. The Block Party podcast drops every Wednesday in your favorite podcast app and on the Lightning's YouTube channel. Third period is up next. Mish and Espo have the call. Let's see if the Lightning can hold on, leading 3-1 at the end of 2 on Lightning Radio.
Listen to Dave Mishkin and Phil Esposito's radio call live in your seats at Benchmark International Arena in the Lightning mobile app. Select Listen Live from your seat and follow the directions. You'll never miss Mish screaming score or Espo yelling shoot the puck while you cheer on the Bolts from your seat.
This planet is so gorgeous and so incredibly beautiful that I can't get enough of it. I did 950 miles on the Pacific Crest Trail and then decided I wanted to go hike in the Himalayas. I was not 20 years old. I was 64 years old. Good Feet was with me all the way.
For over 20 years, we've been helping people like Dale actually live the life they love without their feet getting in the way.
Your passion's important, but if your body aches and if your heel feels like you've got a nail stuck in it and won't come out, trust me, it's going to wear you down. The Good Feet store knew what they were talking about and took the time to really dial in what I needed. At 64 years of age, I hiked 84 miles in the Himalaya and to do it pain-free. You think I'm not grateful for arch supports from Good Feet? I mean, come on. I'm Dale, and that's my Good Feet story.
See what we can do for you with a free personalized arch support fitting at the Good Feet store.
Stop by any of our 5 locations throughout Tampa, St. Petersburg, and Sarasota today, or visit us at goodfeet.com.
Hi, folks. Phil Esposito here, Hockey Hall of Famer. Well, who knew that I was going to go a little bit deaf? I lost my hearing a little bit. People kept telling me, what's wrong with you? You can't hear. So guess what? They were right. I went to Audibel. Audibel took care of me. It was incredible. Audibel, they are terrific. And by the way, Audibel's a proud sponsor of the Tampa Bay Lightning.
Book your free hearing test now at floridahearing.com. Hear better, live better.
It's
team is heating up the ice this season, you can catch thrilling hockey moments all season long on 102.5 The Bone. It's all brought to you by Cox Heating and Air Conditioning, your carrier experts for over 60 years. Go to coxair.com.
Renewal by Anderson of Tampa and Sarasota has an awesome 31-day sale going on right now. Buy one, get one 40% off replacement windows and patio doors. Go to bestwindowsflorida.com. Renewal by Anderson, superior products, exceptional service.
Score! Big ball! What a pass. What a pass.
The third period of tonight's Tampa Bay Lightning game is presented by Advent Health. Feel whole. Here's Dave Mishkin.
Lightning have a 3-1 lead heading into the third period. And in the third period, Andrei Vasilevsky back in the net to our left, Jordan Binnington of the goal to our right. With Spectrum, it's only getting all of the sports with over $100 worth of streaming apps and live TV included at no extra cost. It's only the way TV should be. It's only everything. Learn more at SpectrumTV.com. The 2026 Tampa Bay Lightning Stadium Series jersey is here. Get your gear now at Benchmark International Arena or order online at TampaBaySports.com while supplies last. And with Marathon Rewards, earn on every fill-up, bank your rewards, and choose when you save on fuel. Join in seconds to save up to $1 per gallon.
Okay, let's get ready for the third period here. And then get home and get ready for Christmas. Right?
Sounds good to me.
There we go.
Lightning have put themselves in a very good position here, but as we have learned with this Lightning team this year and also just around the league, you need to play it to the end.
Oh, if you don't, you really got problems. I mean, you think about it like the last game, 3-0. We're behind in that first period and come all the way back against a great Carolina team. So you can't be any careful. And again, it's like 0-0. Go on out there and win or tie this period.
That's what you always say.
I always say that. I've always been that way too.
I think staying out of the penalty box would help. They've only been shorthanded once so far tonight.
That will help.
And the guys know 20 good minutes here, and you're going to go into the holiday break feeling good.
Yep.
You get 5 days before the next game.
Celebrate Christmas. Bet you a lot of families are here from out of town.
I would say this is a destination.
I would say this is
where the players are looking to get out of
and the weather
cold weather.
The weather is beautiful.
All right, Robert Thomas will take the face-off against Cirelli. This line, Cirelli, Gergensons, and Holmberg +2 tonight. Third period from Benchmark International Arena underway. Draw controlled for Colton Parayko. He'll smash it in. Radish after the puck in the near corner. The near boards. It's taken by Cirelli. He'll scoop it out. Skating onto it is Gergensons. He'll wheel across the St. Louis line. He's checked by Mailloux. Logan Mailloux around the near boards. Berggren, can he clear it? Yes. Skips past Pontus Holmberg at center ice. Holmberg, a little pass though, cut off in the neutral zone by Fowler. Right wing Mailloux directs it in. There's Holmberg in the near corner. For Cirelli, he'll chop it out. Puck bounces to Cam Fowler. Fowler checked by Gergensons. Hands off Holmberg across the blind. Holmberg makes a move to the slot. Shoots. Save made.
Wow,
by
what a
and he
move.
holds on.
That was a heck of a move by Holmgren. Inside out. Beautiful move. Gets in there. Hash marks. Takes the shot. Binnington square to the puck. And no rebound.
Opening minute in the third, 3-1 Lightning.
Face off to the left of Binnington.
Paul and Shen. Won by Shen. Philip Broberg for St. Louis was able to maneuver it out. Niebers to center and Shen spins it in. Oliver Bjorkstrand tracks it to the Lightning near corner. A little feed to Stu over his stick. Niebers a takeaway. Niebers loses Paul. Nicely done. Out to Jake Gensel at center. Gensel to the red line. Chips it in. Broberg after it for the Blues in the far corner. Checked by Bjorkstrand. They kind of cancel each other out. Who's going to grab the puck? Parayko for Shen. Braden Shen. Offside feed. Stenberg. Otto Stenberg to the red line. Directs this in. Vasilevsky. punches it around the far boards, and it's out of the zone. Waiting for it at center ice is Falk. For Pius Suter, left wing Tyler Tucker. Over a minute played in the third, 3-1 Lightning. Tucker, left wing Pius Suter into the Lightning zone. Drops it for Sundqvist, left circle Suter. Takes it behind the net, back for Oscar Sundqvist, left corner. Drops it, left circle Tyler Tucker. Shoots wide right. Can Gord clear it up the far boards? No, Falk blocks it. Nicely done. Justin Falk, right point. Left circle Tucker open. He shoots. Save Vasilevsky, and he holds on. Tell you what, Justin Falk has been so impressive tonight.
Yes,
that was another great play he just made.
He's a very good player. And how he gets the puck off the boards, but actually, it wasn't really a good play by the left winger. Who was that over there?
Was it Gord?
It was Gord. Yeah, it was Gord. Yeah. I mean, he just one-handed it. That's when you got to be strong.
Well, Gord just won this face-off from Dvorsky, but they false started him. So we'll get another face-off.
Why? Well, nobody's moved out of their face-off.
Now they threw, I think, Dvorsky out. Maybe? Oh, no, they were pointing at the scorer's table to reset the time. And this is a 50-50, and the Blues win it. Broberg center point. Shoot, save Vasilevsky. Off the save, it goes out of play.
I wonder why first face-off one.
From way up here, I mean, really, unless it's really obvious, we have no idea.
No, we don't. That's too bad.
Yeah. And sometimes the centerman chops with the other guy's stick, and they don't drop it, but the guy is allowed to stay there anyway.
This time, face-offs to the left of Bassett.
Cirelli and Thomas, won again by the Blues. Buchnevich center point, left circle Broberg. Shoots, tipped over the net. These shot attempts are missing the net. Fortunately for the Lightning, Thomas is knocked to the ice by Moser. They decided not to call a penalty there, and Gergensons wins it. Behind the net, Pontus Holmberg. Holmberg protects it. Behind the net, Radish. Oh, Moser knocked out. He didn't know it, so it's going to held in Parayko. Strong shift here for the Blues. Thomas left corner. Left point to Broberg. Broberg goes behind the net. Comes around to the far boards. Cirelli after it for Moser. Can Moser clear it? A clearing attempt blocked. Puck is bouncing around. Lightning don't get it out. Parayko high slot. Walks the left circle. Colton Parayko at the left point. Left circle Thomas. Tough shift for the Lightning. Thomas shoots. Blocked in front. And Cirelli grabs. Players go tumbling to the ice. Cirelli couldn't get it out. Radish couldn't get it out.
Come on, you guys.
Really struggling the Lightning on this sequence. Radish goes cross ice. Moser. The Blues are getting a change. Back for Radish. The Lightning also getting a change. Radish is going to take it behind the net. Fumbled pucks. Pucks into Blues sticks and skates. That's why he didn't get out. Radish up the middle. Gensel at center. Directs this in. Point is onside across the blue line right circle. Braden Point. Right corner Kucherov. A drop pass misses Gensel, and it works as a clear. It goes all the way down the ice. 3 minutes played in the third. 3-1 Lightning. Max Crozier by the Lightning net. Looking things over. Crozier steps up the middle. Left wing Carlisle. Makes his way to the red line. Good strong move as he stays with the puck and works it in deep by the Blues net. Tucker. Randy will poke check Kucherov. Gensel following up right corner. He'll lose Joseph. Joseph gave it right back Kucherov, and he is going to fumble it away. Falk to Dvorsky at center. Dalibor Dvorsky floats this in. Robbie Fabry pursues it to the right corner. He'll look to pass to Falk. Left point Tucker shoots. Blocked by Braden Point. Point gets checked. Lightning need to start moving the puck a little bit more quickly, but Point did move it quickly there to Gensel, and now James at center. Dominic James launches it in and chases. Fowler first to it, though. Fowler behind the Blues net. Left wing Tucker. Tucker to center ice. Good checking job by Gonçalves. Broke that up, and Destu will look to feed James. It hit Tucker's stick and slides in by the Blues net. 3-1 Lightning in the third. Cam Fowler holds onto the puck. Two players go tumbling to the ice in the neutral zone. That was Finley and Neighbors, I believe. They let it go. Yeah, it's alive at center ice. Destu will sky this in on Binnington. Puck behind the Blues net for Fowler. Fowler chased by Gage Gonçalves. A little feed, almost stolen by James. It got past the stick, and Braden Shen is on it. Shen to the Lightning end. Shen protects at right point. Shen very crafty here. Across his feet, blocked away by McDonough. Beautifully done. Before it reached Stenberg, McDonough clears. 4.5 played in the third. 3-1 Lightning. There's Logan Mailloux behind the St. Louis net. Mailloux motoring up the middle. Left wing Pius Suter to center. He'll flick it in. First to it is Carlisle. Carlisle delivers for Oliver Bjorkstrand. He'll skate to the red line and pump this in. Hard around. Nick Paul left circle. Paul protects it. Paul checked. Pius Suter Bangs it out. Toropchenko. A drop pass stolen. Gord for Paul. Stepping in front. Paul holds. Gets checked. He had kind of a lane to there. Oh, they're getting the Mayu for a penalty.
On.
Holding. Lightning get a power play. The first penalty we've had called since the first period.
I don't know about this one.
St. Louis, 23. Minor penalty.
Holding.
Well, there's no doubt Paul had a path to the net and Mayu got in the way.
He got in the way, but I didn't see whether he took the stick off. I didn't see the original anyway.
We're not seeing the replay of that.
No. I don't know what the hell, where they are in the replay.
Chico power play number 4. The Lightning are 1 for 3. A chance here in the third to make it a 3-goal game. Thomas and Gensel won again by the Blues. They have been perfect on shorthanded faceoffs. Broberg clears. And on chances 2 and 3, the Lightning had trouble re-entering the zone and setting it up.
I just watched the replay. There's no way that was holding. He pushed him.
Darren Radish hits Kucherov at center. Speeds across the blue line. Feeds Gensel right circle.
Why would
Find the
you
next
shoot
Kucherov.
the
Kucherov check.
stinking
Gensel
puck?
follows up. In the right corner. Tosses to Radish at the center point. Left circle Bjorkstrand open. Doesn't shoot. Center point Radish. Right circle to Kucherov. Right corner Gensel. Left circle Bjorkstrand. Score! Bjorkstrand! Well, that time they zipped it around and Bjorkstrand hammered that one-timer. Past Binnington, a power play goal, and the Lightning make it 4-1 with 14:24 left to go.
Well, that was a great little pass crossed by Gensel, but this is one of the first times I've seen the fact that Bjorkstrand didn't stop it, didn't do anything, he just hit it as fast as he could get it. A one-timer.
The one-timer, though, the puck came from in front of him as opposed to
there you go
on the side or behind him, right?
It was right there.
I don't know if it's easier.
It's much easier when it comes like that. Kucherov gets the other assist, another power play goal.
Goal number 6 on the year for Oliver Bjorkstrand. Key shift after a goal, and Crozier mishandles it. Fabry is after it. Fabry looking for Joseph. It's knocked away by Finley. Not out. Held in Falk. We're going to push back the Blues. Left point Tucker, right point Falk. Shoots, blocked by James, and he skates it out of the zone. James to Finley at center ice. Got checked. Lightning turn it over. Here's Dvorsky. Right wing Falk. Across the blue line, Joseph right circle. Joseph checked by Finley. Joseph keeps it moving. Tucker center point. Left circle, Dvorsky. Shoots St. Vasilevsky. I think Finley got the stick into Joseph. So the Lightning go on the penalty kill and take a penalty on the shift after the Bjorkstrand power play goal. TV timeout, 4-1 Lightning in the third on Lightning Radio.
Whether it's training day, game day,
Pass to the corner. He shoots. He scores!
or recovery day, Advent Health keeps you ready for every day and for everything that makes you feel whole. Advent Health, official health and wellness partner of the Tampa Bay Lightning.
The best way to celebrate a Bolts victory is with a Papa John's pizza. The day after the Bolts get the W, you get 50% off pizzas online at papajohns.com. Just go online or on the Papa John's mobile app and use promo code BOLTSW. That's promo code BOLTSW for 50% off regular menu price pizzas online the day after a Bolts victory. Papa John's Pizza, the official pizza partner of the Tampa Bay Lightning.
Offer valid online for pizzas only at participating locations. Not valid with any other offers. Delivery fee and taxes extra and are not subject to discount offer.
Hi, it's Andrew Duncan of the Duncan Duo team at LPT Realty. Have a home that failed to sell? Did you maybe hire a friend or someone inexperienced with selling in challenging markets? Then you need to hire the local team that has guaranteed and sold the most homes in Tampa Bay over the last 20 years. The Duncan Duo team specializes in creative approaches to get homes sold that failed to sell elsewhere. With over $3 billion sold, and that's billions with a B. Get the best offers for your home and sold guaranteed at DuncanDuo.com.
This is Lightning Radio.
Congratulations to Oliver Bjorkstrand, point number 400 in his NHL career, power play goal, his 6th goal of the season, 5 in the power play, leads the Lightning in power play goals. Gensel and Kucherov assisted, but on the shift after the goal, the Lightning had a turnover in the neutral zone, and Finley takes a penalty in the defensive zone, holding at 6:06. Slide insurance penalty kill number 2 tonight for the Lightning. They do lead 4-1.
That's an evener upper. I didn't think the last power play the Lightning had, it was a penalty on that guy, and I don't think it was, personally, I didn't think it was a penalty there on Finley. but even or upper.
Robert Thomas wins the draw from Cirelli. Berggren right circle, right point. Falk, a cross-ice pass. Did it deflect out? Yes. Cirelli got a piece, and then Gensel follows up to knuckleball it out. Here's Falk for Thomas. Power play for the Blues just underway. Robert Thomas to center ice. Across the blind, Jake Neighbors left circle. Neighbors drifts left corner. Bumps to left point, Falk. Justin Falk center point. Left circle, Thomas. Robert Thomas is checked by Gensel. Feeds the left corner for Neighbors. A clearing attempt attempted by Gensel, but he whiffed on it. Held in Falk. Left circle, Thomas. Robert Thomas on the power play. Behind the net, Jake Neighbors. Back for Thomas, left circle. Left circle, Butch Neighbors for Neighbors. And then a pass cross ice looking for Berggren. Got stolen by Cirelli. He shoots it down the ice. The Blues passed their way out of a scoring chance there.
He had a wide open top of the net with a little backhand, and he passed it up.
1:10 of the power play. Falk to center ice. Right wing feed. Sundqvist got it across the blue line. No, offside. Well, he got it across the blue line, but not legally, as I think Dvorsky was out of the play. 1:03 left in the Finley minor. We've passed 7 minutes played in the third. 4-1 Lightning.
Face off just outside the Lightning blue line, right in front of the Lightning bench.
Gord and Sundqvist. And it's controlled by the Blues, but Fowler's going to retreat to his own end. 58 seconds left in the power play. Cam Fowler, left wing Shen at center. Burst into the Lightning zone. Nicely done. Braden Shen left circle. Centers it. Tipped by Sundqvist. Save made Vasilevsky. That was when Vasi stuck his stick out to try and deflect the puck away, but Sundqvist still directed it to the net.
Yep.
So an awkward position for Vasi, but he still was able to make the save.
Great save. He got a little bit out of it, but Sundqvist with the momentum still got a piece of it for sure. And Vasi got that left pad there, then covered it up, and a face-off to the left.
Blues send Thomas out for the face-off, and Cirelli does win it. By the net, Moser bumps it for Gensel. Turns on his forehand. He couldn't clear it out. Held in Shen at the left point. Gensel follows up and bangs it out. You know, the official was a little bit in the way there of Gensel. Yeah. He's trying not to be, but I think that affected the clearing attempt. Shen at center ice. Nice move across the blue line again to the right circle. He'll force it to the right corner where Moser checks him. Sundqvist follows up, though. Turns it for Thomas, left circle. Robert Thomas, 25 in the power play. Center point Fowler, left circle Thomas. Thomas holds, shoots, blocked by McDonough. Rebound, I think, deflected out of play, yeah. So the Lightning will get a face-off here, stopping the clock with 18 seconds left in the Finley minor. 12-12 remaining in the third, 4-1 Lightning.
Jake Gensel was upset with himself for not getting that puck out there.
Yeah.
He slammed his stick on the ice like, what the hell, Phil? You know, Jake, get it out.
Shen was like playing goalie against the glass of the blue line, just trying to stop anything along the boards. Shen wins the faceoff from Cirelli. Fowler center point. He shoots, blocked by Cirelli. Puck right back to Fowler. What a lucky break, but then he fumbles it. That was not a lucky break for Fowler, and Cirelli clears it down the ice. Binnington leaves it for Fowler as time ticks down to the penalty. Cam Fowler. Up the middle at center. The penalty on Finley is up. Fowler to the red line. Punches it in. Pius Suter in the left corner loses McDonough. Tops it up the left wing, Kucherov. Kucherov to center ice. Turns to point. Across the St. Louis line, Braden Point pulls up right point. Point is checked. Broberg tried to stop in a dime and fell. Point skates back to center ice, still with possession, and gives to Radish. 11:33 left, 4-1 Lightning. Darren Radish has got the puck behind the Lightning net. Steps up the middle. Left side feed. Charles-Edouard Destoux to the red line. Now to Point. He'll stick it in. Broberg trying to clear it. He is successful. It gets deflected by Joseph into the Lightning end. Toropchenko checked by Destoux. Destoux comes up with it. Destoux tied up by Pius Suter. Destoux trying to get away. Toropchenko a steal. A little centering feed. Knocked away by Radish, but following up Suter right corner. Suter centers it, and Vasilevsky saw it with his stick. Gloved it and got a quick whistle. 11:02 left in the third. Blues are now 0 for 2 on the power play tonight. The Lightning have scored here in the third. That means you just scored free Wisconsin cheese curds from Culver's. Order online at culvers.com using code CURDS for Bolts to redeem your free curds with an online purchase valid tomorrow only. That is code CURDS for Bolts.
Well, this face-off will be to the right of Vasi. That Falk, boy, he's a good defenseman, and he can really shoot. Good player.
Dvorsky and Paul, won by Nick Paul. Settling the puck down is Crozier. He'll try and clear. What a play by Tyler Tucker, knocking it out of the air, but it came to Paul from Bjorkstrand. Skates up the right wing and directs it in. Falk loses Bjorkstrand right corner. Left corner Gensel. Winds the left point, Declan Carlisle. Goes behind the net. The puck is going to get rimmed to the near side boards, and Max Crozier. Crozier overskated in the right corner. Dvorsky trying to clear. He's closed down by Gensel. Here's Bjorkstrand in the right corner. Bjorkstrand turns it back to Carlisle left circle. Declan Carlisle left corner. Carlisle behind the net. Walks in right circle. Shoots! Save Binnington. Another good chance for Carlisle. And then he intercepts a clearing attempt from Falk. Holds it into the right point. And he'll drop it to the near corner where it's slammed by Tucker up to left wing Dvorsky. Dvorsky spins for Falk. At the end of a shift, he'll golf it in. Approaching 10 minutes left in the third. The Lightning have a 4-1 lead. There's Crozier by the Lightning net. So 2 close-range shots for Carlisle and another that was not far, but
the goalpost
not quite as
too.
close. Yeah, off the goalpost. Gonsalves off the feet from Crozier, wrecks it in. Finley after it, right corner. Jack Finley looks to keep it alive for Gonsalves. Shen takes it away. Braden Shen of St. Louis deals to center ice where it's knocked down by McDonough for James. James double-teamed. James trying to stay with it. He got tripped up, no call. That might have been more of a penalty than the one that they called on Mailloux earlier. Fowler in his own zone. Right wing for Mailloux. Up the middle, it is deflected into the Lightning zone by Berggren. Destu by the Lightning net. Up the far boards, tough pass for Finley. Blocked away by Stenberg. Finley has it back. Looking for McDonough behind the net. Dangerous centering feed, though, from Neighbors. Deflects to Fowler. Left point shot over the net. Lighting a little bit of a scramble mode here. James along the far bites. Couldn't clear. Held in Shen. Left point for Fowler. He'll spin it behind the net. Neighbors couldn't get it. Destu does. Needs a clear. Charles-Edouard Destu. Headman feed James.
Pass.
James to center ice. Across the blue line. Gonsalves right point. Shoot, save Binnington with the glove. And we'll get a whistle and a TV timeout. 8:58 left in the third. 4-1 Lightning on Lightning Radio.
Jack Daniels is proudly served in fine establishments, questionable joints, and everywhere in between. So, no matter where you go in every bar, you'll always know someone by name.
Jack. Jack and Coke?
Shot of Jack?
Jack Daniels, please.
Right away. That's what makes Jack, Jack.
Please drink responsibly. Responsibility.org. Jack Daniels and Old No. 7 are registered trademarks. Copyright 2025 Jack Daniels. Tennessee whiskey. 40% alcohol by volume. 80 proof.
Spectrum TV fixed TV and combined all your favorite sports streaming apps with live TV.
32, Blue 32, hot hype. It's only more Hail Marys.
It's only more bottom of the ninth magic.
It's only more slow motion replays.
It's only getting all the sports with over $100 worth of streaming apps like ESPN, Fox One, Tennis Channel, Peacock, and more, included with live TV at no extra cost. It's only the way TV should be. It's only everything. Learn more at SpectrumTV.com.
Doja Cat, Ma Vie World Tour.
I said what I said. I don't care.
Live in Tampa. Doja Cat. Performing at Benchmark International Arena, Friday, November 13th, 2026. Get tickets now at dojacat.com.
This is Lightning Radio.
Well, the Lightning have 2 power play goals tonight and 2 even strength goals. The even strength goals coming from the line of Cirelli, Girgensons, and Holmberg. I would say all 4 of the lines, though, have had scoring chances, even strength. 4-1, the Lightning lead, 8:58 left in the third. They have some fun scoreboard features
That's
during
funny.
the commercials. I've seen this in other buildings, too, where they use AI to make people's faces look, let's say, exaggerated. Is that the right way of putting it?
Gee, it's got to be.
They call it Thunder Snap. All right, Suter and Cirelli to the left of Binnington. Won by Cirelli. A right point shot, Radish blocked in front. And Robert Thomas deals it out to Colton Parayko at the red line. He backhands it in. And chases Parayko after the puck by the Lightning net. Tied up by Darren Radish, who's got the puck. It's loose by the net. Buchnevich trying to dig it free there with Suter. Instead it comes to Girgensons. Girgensons has a little room here in the far corner. Smart play. Flips it high in the air down the ice to the St. Louis end. Broberg is dogged by Pontus Holmberg. Philip Broberg trying to get away. Feeds Suter at center ice. He's met by Moser, but the puck right to Broberg. Bursting in front. Shoots wide left. What acceleration from Broberg. Then he centers it, and Cirelli steals.
Wow.
He was just going in a straight line completely there.
Wow.
Moser will jam it forward. Holmberg across the blue line. Pontus Holmberg centers it. Broberg knocks it away. Boy, what a shift for him. A lot of skating. He'll spin it out of the zone. Destu. Once he got in front, though, he missed the net. Destu to Point. Braden Point up the left wing, trying to get away from Dvorsky. Point will peel behind the Lightning goal. Point banks it for Kucherov. Kucherov holds. Back for Point. What a pass. Point up the middle at center. Across the blue line to the left circle. Pulls up. High slide McDonough. Check, but the puck stays with him. McDonough at the right circle. Right point to Kucherov. Shoots. Blocked in front. That hit Gord. Falk the other way. Robbie Fabry. Fabry to center ice. Left side feed. Berggren across the blue line. He's open left circle and he shoots. Save Vasilevsky. Rebound Fabry. Save again Vasilevsky and he holds on. Well, Kucherov was covering on defense and lost an edge.
Yeah,
Berggren got around him. But Vasi was square to both shots there.
And a good save on the second, on the rebound, a good save.
7:31 left to go, 4-1 Lightning. Lightning have scored 4 goals tonight. So you get a free double stack at any participating Tampa area Wendy's with any purchase upon request. This offer is valid for 24 hours after tonight's game.
Face-off will come to the right of Andrei Vasilevsky.
Shen and Paul. Shen's had a good night in the circle.
Yeah,
I don't have the stats in front of me, but I feel like he's won a lot of face-offs.
He's good at it.
And he wins another Neighbors. Left point Mailloux. Logan Mailloux. Right point Broberg shoots. Gloved by Vasilevsky. And he holds on. This face-off will come to the other side. Still certainly enough time for the Blues to mount a comeback. 7:26 on the clock. 4-1 Tampa Bay.
Still pushing after the whistle by Neighbors and Moser.
Paul and Shen. This is one
Good
cleanly by Paul. Moser off the far boards clears. Mailloux slid it back in to an offside Braden Shen. So we'll get another whistle. This face off out of the neutral zone though. You talked about the halfway point approaching. This is game 36 for the Lightning. So coming out of the holiday break, 5 games, and then you're officially at the halfway point. The Lightning will be out in California at that point.
Boy, I'll tell you what, the Atlantic Division is some sort of tight.
It is crazy tight. And the Eastern Conference as a whole.
As a whole, you're right.
Shen wins the faceoff from Nick Paul. Fowler dumps it in, chopping at it is Radish for Bjorkstrand. He'll smack it into the St. Louis defensive zone. Here's Logan Mailloux, left wing, Cam Fowler. Fowler makes his way up the left wing. Nice pass up the left side, and Stenberg dumps it in. Bjorkstrand up the near boards, Radish. Hands off Gensel. Gensel delivers for Moser, right wing Nick Paul. Paul tried to work it across the blue line for Bjorkstrand. That is successful. Bjorkstrand right circle. Right corner for Gensel. Knocked away from him by Stenberg. Logan Mailloux, right wing Shen. Braden Shen with 6:46 left. Goes back to Fowler on the left wing. Blues skate right to left in the third. Cam Fowler winds up. Slowly towards center ice. Dumps this in. The puck almost came right to Toropchenko because it was deflected off a Lightning player. Toropchenko has to take it in the left corner. Goes cross ice toward Oscar Sundqvist. At the right circle Joseph. Joseph battling. Right corner Sundqvist. Under 6.5 to play. Puck for Falk, right point. Left point Tucker. Tucker a shot. Deflects wide right. Rebound Joseph is bumped by James. Finley looking to clear it. Didn't get enough of it. Held in by Falk, center point. Falk shoots blocked up high by James. And it deflects out of play.
Those are the little type of plays, though, that you want to get solid on. Like Finley had time to get that puck out. That's the difference of being, an NHL star or regular and just being on the cusp. Because right there, he should have got that puck out.
It's one thing we say about Gergensons and Holmberg, especially when they play with Gord. Like, they get the puck, it's usually up in the air and out of the zone.
They get it out.
That line is out there with Cirelli. The puck is alive in the Lightning far corner. Berggren is being checked by J.J. Moser with 6 minutes left. Destu there too. Destu dumps it around the near boards, held in Tucker. Tyler Tucker left corner. Left corner Robert Thomas. Back for Tucker at the left point. Tucker is checked by Gergensons. Can the Lightning retrieve it? Destu does. Destu winds it by the net. Moser. It got deflected. Moser dumps it around the far boards. Held in Falk right circle. Tough shift for the Lightning. Jonathan Berggren steps to the right point. Berggren directs it to Buchnevich right corner. Cirelli checks him. Cirelli a steal and a clear. That's exactly what we were just talking about. He flipped it in the air softly, so it's not an icing. Tucker a regroup. Headman feed Jonathan Berggren at center. Berggren got around Kucherov into the Lightning zone. Berggren still going. He will feed it left circle Broberg. Philip Broberg ducks into the left corner. Now at the left circle, Broberg. Broberg spinning on point. Broberg muscles his way to the left circle and shot it. Tough angle shot went over the net. Puck held in Suter right point. Back for Broberg. Broberg fell down, and the puck comes out of the zone. Blues are pressing. 5 minutes left. Suter at center for Dvorsky. Delabar Dvorsky dumps this in. The puck in the heart around to Robbie Fabry. Fabry turns it right corner Suter. Lightning are not getting pucks, and then Dvorsky got the centering feed from Suter, and he shot a wide left, but he was left open in front. Kucherov clears it. 4:38 left. Blues are definitely controlling play right now with the puck, but they're still down 4-1. Good play, Crozier here at center ice. Knuckleballs it into the St. Louis end. The Lightning want to get a change completed. Philip Broberg for Fabry. Right wing Parayko. Parayko lobs this in. McDonough pursues by the Lightning net. What's the call here? Was it icing? I thought he was at the red line. Apparently not. 4:22 left to go. 4-1 Tampa Bay. All rights to this broadcast are reserved, and any rebroadcast, recording, retransmission, or the use of this broadcast without the express written consent of the Lightning is expressly prohibited.
Boy, all the years broadcasting and watching guys go to the bench on changes, we do go as slow as possible. Too slow.
Paul and Shen, one by Shen, slides in on Binnington. He's going to cover it up. I think we have a TV timeout coming up here. Yes. 4 minutes, 20 seconds left in the third. 4-1 Lightning at Lightning Radio.
It's the year-end sales event with the Ford crew.
It's sales event time, Sam.
Temperatures are dropping, but the deals are just getting hot.
Time for our annual Ford Holiday Gift Guide.
Oh, yeah.
Hard to go wrong with great deals on trucks and SUVs from Ford, America's all-time best-selling auto brand.
Don't forget the first rule of holiday gift giving, Hank.
What's that, Sam?
Always remember to treat yourself, too.
Well said.
Based on Automotive News Almanac historical data and industry-reported sales data from 1909 through 2024 CY.
Amalie Motor Oil tips its hat to the manly man.
Manly man.
You had a beard before it was cool, like in 3rd grade.
Manly man.
You get up before the sun because it's lazy and weak.
Manly man, man.
And you know that nothing protects your engine better than Amalie Elixir Full Synthetic Motor Oil. Family owned and Tampa Bay grown.
AMALIE, better than it has to be. Amalie.
A proud partner of the Tampa Bay Lightning.
Bolts Nation, it's never been easier to watch Lightning hockey live and on demand. Anywhere, anytime. Never miss a second of the action. For less than $1 a game, stream exclusively on the official Tampa Bay Lightning app. Watch all season long. Plus, replay the action, relive the highlights, and watch even more exclusive team content. Just download the official Lightning app.
This is Lightning Radio.
Lightning lead the Blues 4-1. 4 minutes and 20 seconds left. If Jim Montgomery, head coach of St. Louis, is going to pull Binnington, I think it's going to be fairly soon. I don't know if he's going to pull him. Down 3, he might not, and just try and get a goal before he pulls him, but... Showing a little kid in a Stadium Series jersey against all these Blues fans. All right, a draw to the right of Binnington. Happy. James will take it against Oscar Sundqvist. James wins it cleanly. McDonough at the left circle. Centers it. It got deflected, I think, off a St. Louis stick. Didn't quite reach Binnington. Joseph looking to speed out of trouble. He'll bang it to center ice. Puck dribbles into the Lightning end. James retrieves. James directs it out. Cam Fowler will circle back to his own end. 4 minutes left, 4-1 Lightning. Left wing Matthew Joseph will bounce this in. Back to get at McDonough on the Lightning net. Turns for Destu. Destu's clearing attempt unsuccessful, but Gonsalves follows up. Directs it for Ryan McDonough. He'll corral it and feed it out to center ice. Hit off the stick of Toropchenko and deflects into the St. Louis end. Fowler up the middle, Oscar Sundqvist. Walks it to the Lightning end. Good back check, James. Broke him up. And Point grabs. Point in the far corner. Point is checked by Buchnevich. Got it loose, but not out. Falk a keep at the right point. Left circle, Broberg. Line it at Buchnevich. Loses Destu. Charles-Edouard Destu, left side to James. And James flips it high in the air into the St. Louis end from beyond the red line. So that was a mistake. I think he was just trying to chip it softly, but he got too much air under it.
Well,
he's the only guy who's been out there a while, though. The other 4 Lightning guys are fresh. 3:19 left, 4-1 Lightning.
Yeah, but the guy could have played that. I mean, he just let it bounce in front of him, and while he's skating back towards there.
Binnington stays in the net for now. James on the draw against Thomas. James wins it. 2 in a row for Dominic James in the circle, and Moser flips it out. This is not an icing. Here is Broberg in the Blues near corner on the far boards, and Colton Parayko. Headman feed Robert Thomas. Thomas to center ice, left wing Buchnevich into the Lightning zone. Buchnevich lost it. Radish looking to dribble it up the middle. Wow. He did get a lot on it. And the puck is going to be held in by Berggren. No, he got hounded by Gord, who got it out of the zone. Great work, Yanni Gord. Jonathan Berggren, a regroup. He'll force it in. Under 3 to play. Moser by the Lightning net. Wraps it on the far boards. Gord, can he clear it? Yes. Bounce to center ice. Thomas knuckleballs it back in. There's Radish in the Lightning end. Around to the far boards. J.J. Moser, 2:38 left. No goalie pull for St. Louis at this point. And Moser will bang it down the ice. And this is another icing. I didn't like that one either.
No.
Fowler could have stopped that with his stick.
Huh.
I guess that's the standard, that if the defenseman is there and it misses his stick, it's going to be icing.
It doesn't make sense to me. I mean, he bounces over his stick, but should not be icing. That's my feeling. The guy can't play it. I understand that.
Yeah. 50-50, won by the Lightning. Radish in the near corner, chips it out to Kucherov. Kucherov, 2 assists tonight, both on the power play, goes cross ice for point. He was offside. He didn't touch it, though, once it was in the offensive zone, so play will continue. Logan Mailloux with 2:18 left. Motors to center ice and directs it in. First to it is Carlisle by the Lightning net. Carlisle feeds Crozier. He's checked by Dvorsky, who makes a steal. Turns to Fowler left point. Cam Fowler, angle center point. Puts it into the Lightning far corner. Carlisle is there. Strong move, Carlisle. He'll dribble for Cirelli. Now to Gergensons. He'll roll out to Holmberg at center. Holmberg sweeps it in. Hard around right to Max Crozier, right circle. Takes a shot. I think it was going wide. Binnington gloved it and took a whistle. Clock stopped with 1:49 left in the third. 4-1 Lightning. A strong bounce-back game after the come from behind win against Carolina the other night.
For the most part, that line, with Cirelli playing with those 2 guys, Holmgren and Gergensen, boy, they don't fool around. They get it in the zone. They get it in the zone and they forecheck.
Shen and Paul to the left of Binnington, won again by Braden Shen. Puck played by Tucker behind the net. Falk back for Tucker. He'll clear it. It's alive at center ice. Destu jams it in. Jake Neighbors out to center ice. Neighbors scoots into the Lightning zone. Right circle Falk. A shot goes wide right. Destu in the rebound behind the net. Dribbles for McDonough. Feeds it for Gensel, back from McDonough. Man on him, Braden Shen. He'll force though to Destu. McDonough's been really impressive tonight.
Yep.
Here's Bjorkstrand across the line. Gensel, open left circle. Gensel pulls up. As Tucker is back defensively. Gensel, high slot Paul. Paul shoots, and that was blocked, I think, by Tucker. 1:10 left, 4-1 Lightning. Tucker clears. Jake Neighbors at center ice, rolls it in. Like you wonder when a guy misses 18 games, how long is it going to take him to get back in the swing of things?
It's gotten better and better every game.
He has been on it tonight, that's for sure. Final minute presented by Crown Automotive. The better way to buy for over 50 years. Moser to James at center, deflects it in. Binnington punches it around the near boards, Matthew Joseph. Joseph a feed at center ice, cut off by Gage Gonzalez. Gets to Radish. Left wing, Carlisle. Back for Radish, who has 3 points in this game. 100 now in his NHL career. They're playing catch. Half a minute to go. Carlisle and Radish. The Blues are backing off, so Radish content to just hold on to the puck. Back for Carlisle. Now he moves it forward. Gonsalves goes back to Radish. 20 seconds left. Gonsalves for Carlisle. The Lightning are going to head into the holiday break on a 2-game winning streak. Good bounce back set of games after they dropped the first 2 in the homestand. Finley and his own blue line back for Radish. The Blues are just backing off. Time will tick down to this game. It's going to be a 4-1 win for the Lightning. They improved to 43 points on the season. Goals for Holmberg, Radish, Cirelli, and Bjorkstrand. 2 power play goals, 2 even strength goals.
Yep.
And the Lightning beat the Blues 4-1.
Well, I thought they had a good game. There's no doubt about it. And Radish was very good in this game.
J.J. Moser will be joining Eric Erlandson downstairs.
Oh, okay, good.
So the Lightning will get, I said 5 days off. Technically, it's 4 days off, and then they resume play on the 27th against Florida, and that'll be an interesting game, to say the least.
Yeah.
Start of a back-to-back, then they host Montreal the next night at 5 p.m. And after that, out to California to begin that stretch of the schedule that is very road-intensive. But the Lightning head into the holiday break feeling good about themselves, feeling good about their game. You think about it, after the first period against Carolina, the Lightning have outscored the opposition 10-2.
And they've come on, and Vassie was good again tonight.
Yep. Finished with 23 saves on 24 shots. Bennington was pretty good, too.
Yes,
he had a rough night in terms of his numbers. Only 13 saves on 17 shots, but 3 pucks were deflected past him, and the other was a one-timer from the opposite side. All right, Eric's downstairs with J.J. Moser. Take it away, Eric.
Thanks, Dave. JJ, congratulations on the victory. How important was it to make sure you followed up the game the other night to come out of this game with 2 points and head in the break on a good note?
Crucial, I would say. Very important that, we showed 60 minutes of the way we want to play. And, I think we did a pretty good job over the whole game, not giving them too much. So, very important for us to get those 2 points, especially at home, and follow up the win from the game before against Carolina. And, just showing ourselves, too, that we have it in us to play a solid 60-minute game, also defensively.
They cut the lead to 2-1 in the second period. You guys have a quick response. You've had a lot of those type of moments this year where you guys have quickly responded with a goal. How does that shift momentum back quickly?
Yeah, obviously, when you get scored on, you're a little bit, what's going on? Not what's going on, but, it's a little bit of a dicey moment where momentum could shift. And then, if you can show a reaction, kind of, kill the momentum before it really gets going, it's very important for us.
Yeah, I think John Cooper said the other day, pity party doesn't even start yet, right? So you don't feel bad about giving up the goal. So you win the last 2 games here heading into the break. You get a big game coming up on Saturday against the Florida Panthers. What's important to get this little bit of rest over the next 4 days to be ready for the weekend?
Taking the rest, resetting, but then taking what we learned or what we showed the last 2 games and, keep that going for when we come back after the break.
JJ, Merry Christmas.
Thank you. Merry Christmas to you, too.
All right, that's JJ Moser from the locker room. Back to you, Dave.
Thank you, Eric. Thank you, JJ. Lightning beat the Blues 4-1. Phil and I back to wrap things up on our end next on Lightning Radio.
Keep your kids' hockey skills sharp over the holiday season. Our annual holiday camp at the TGH Iceplex returns December 29th through New Year's Eve. This camp is intended for kids of all skill levels between the ages of 5 and 15 years old. Campers get 2 on-ice and 1 off-ice session each day, plus a holiday-themed jersey. Space is limited, so register today. Visit lightninghockeydevelopment.com/icecamps to sign up today.
It's a winter classic unlike anything you've ever seen.
It's going to be a little bit different.
The Broadway Blue Shirts head south.
It's going to be cool playing against 2-time Stanley Cup winner.
To take on the Florida Panthers.
To be able to play our Winter Classic in Miami. It's pretty crazy. It's going to be an experience that never happened before.
Barsha gets the shot away and scores!
I'm looking forward to the energy that it brings.
Cooley! Oh, what a goal!
This is going to be awesome.
The 2026 Discover NHL Winter Classic. Rangers-Panthers, January 2nd on TNT.
And we're out. Back in 60.
Hey, what are you eating? Chimichurri filet mignon. It's a Factor meal.
Oh, nice. Wait, they let you eat like that in the pros?
Oh, they insist on it. A pro's work starts on the plate.
Oh, man, that does look good. Let me have a taste?
Get your own.
All right. Where do I find this? Is it factormeals.com?
Yep, and they've got a deal going on.
Oh, love a deal. I am so in.
Smart move. Pro move.
All right. Factor. Eat like a pro.
Nutrition that fits your ambition. Factor. Eat like a pro. Pro-level nutrition delivered to your door, ready when you are. Factor. Eat like a pro.
The holidays are back at Starbucks, so share the season with a peppermint mocha. Starbucks Signature Espresso, velvety mocha, and cool peppermint notes, topped with whipped cream and dark chocolate curls. Together is the best place to be at Starbucks.
This is Lightning Radio.
This was a solid win for the Lightning.
Yep.
Not a lot of drama. They got the lead early. They played very solid hockey. I mean, you're not going to be perfect over 60 minutes, but some of the things that were a little off kilter earlier in the month where they were losing games and sometimes playing okay, but just a key mistake or not executing to set up a goal, let's say overpassing, which has been something you've talked about as long as I've known you. Tonight, I'm not sure that, they may have passed out of some chances, but they got some early goals. And on the power play where Radis scored, they were looking to shoot for sure.
That first power play was unbelievable. Everybody was shooting, including Kucherov. Everybody. And then after that, they didn't shoot the puck. Of course, Bjorkstrand scored on a power play, too. There wasn't very much time left when he scored it, I don't think.
Well, on the first power play goal, I think there were only 3 seconds left on the power play.
And the second one, too?
The Bjorkstrand one was fairly early. It was about half a minute in.
Excuse me.
That they got the
that
goal.
First one for sure. And Vasilevsky was very solid.
Yeah.
Very solid.
Look, the Blues have some work to do. They were the second wildcard team last year, and they were a whisker away from upsetting Winnipeg in the first round. Remember, Winnipeg scored those 2 6th attacker goals in Game 7, including one with like a second left.
I know.
And then they won in, double overtime? Right. So I think the expectations were fairly high for the Blues this year, and they just have not had it come together for themselves. Now, the West is bunched up like the East, so they have a chance to get in the playoffs. But if you're the Lightning, you're looking at this team. They're nearly last in offense. They're nearly last in defense. They are last in 5-on-5 ratio.
No,
their special teams are not great.
Right.
This is a take-care-of-business sort of game, and the Lightning did that.
They did that, and they did it well. And that going into the Christmas break now, they won 2 in a row and very impressively, too. So you'll take that, get ready for the next game, which will be in Sunrise, right?
Yep. On Saturday.
And then Canadians back here on that Sunday.
Yeah, it's a 7 o'clock game at Sunrise, 5 o'clock at home. It's interesting. I mean, the Lightning could have set the time a little bit later, but 2 games 22 hours apart. I don't know if the Canadians are playing somewhere on Saturday. They may be waiting here for the Lightning.
They might be.
Yeah. Anyway, let's get your 3 stars.
My 3 stars. My number 1 star is Darren Radish. 3 points tonight, but I thought he played a solid game. My second star was, I'm going to give it to Vasilevsky. I did pick Vasilevsky. I thought he made the saves when he had to. My third star, I give to Carlisle. This kid, I thought was very impressive. And you said it a couple of times in the broadcast about being snake bitten. He was. He had 2 or 3 great opportunities to score. But I'm impressed by the way he's played since the call-up. He's played very sound and very well.
One thing that John Cooper said about Destu when Destu emerged on the scene, Coop was asked about it. He said he's very strong in his stick. When you're a defenseman and you have the puck and you're under duress, it's very important to be strong in your stick. What that means is somebody's not going to take the puck off your stick.
No, that's right.
You're strong in your stick, like you're maintaining possession. I see that in Carlisle, too.
Yes, I agree. I think he's very strong on that, and he makes some pucks, and he can skate. He's a good skater.
Yeah.
And he's got some offensive ability.
Yeah.
He hit the goalpost tonight again.
Binnington made an incredible
great save on him.
I mean, it's not that Carlisle muffed the chance. It was that Binnington made a great play on that to make the save. Well, my friend, I hope you have a wonderful break. Merry Christmas to you and, of course, all the listeners. Happy holidays.
Right.
And we'll be together again for Sunday against Montreal.
Be careful out there and enjoy your Christmas.
That'll do it for us. Greg has the last call presented by Jack Daniels with the gang coming up next. Thanks to Peter DeFee Jr. at the Lightning Radio Network studios. Thanks to Steve Versnick alongside us in the home radio booth. Thanks to Jared Johnson, our broadcast assistant. For Greg Linnelli, Eric Erlinson, Ben Pierce, the Chief Bobby Taylor, and Phil Esposito, I'm Dave Mishkin saying so long from Benchmark International Arena. Lightning beat the Blues tonight by a final of 4-1. Good night, everyone.
Across the blue line to the center point. Shoot! Score! What a shot! Kucherov! Shoots, block, rebound, Nylander in the slot! Save it by Vasilevsky! Point, cuts in front, shoots! Score!
What a move!
What a move!
What a move! He wins it for the Lightning again!
Tonight's broadcast of the Tampa Bay Lightning was presented by Spectrum. It's only the way TV should be. It's only everything. Learn more at SpectrumTV.com. Ticketmaster, the official ticket marketplace of the Tampa Bay Lightning. And by Advent Health, the official health and wellness partner of the Tampa Bay Lightning.
Score! Another short-handed goal for the Lightning! Cirelli! Wow.
The Last Call, presented by Jack Daniels, is next on the Lightning Audio Network.
When your team's best players have all been traded and the latest pick is overrated, just raise a glass with a friend or two and tell them more, tell them more, tell them more do. May your team be great and your picks be true, and if it falls apart, you'll know what to do. Just raise a glass with a fan or two and tell them more, tell them more, tell them more do. It's a crazy world, so what do? You tell them more, tell them more, tell them more do. Hey!
Tullamore Dew Irish Whiskey, imported by William Grant & Sons, Inc.
This Christmas Day, celebrate together at Sushi Masa Tampa. Open Christmas Day with the flavors your family loves. Enjoy our all-you-can-eat menu featuring fresh made-to-order rolls, the best sashimi and nigiri, multiple appetizers, homemade soups, fresh salads, and satisfying teriyaki and hibachi entrees. And for dessert, choose holiday favorites like fried Oreos or banana tempura. Join us this Christmas at 17021 Palm Point Drive. Visit sushimasaus.com for full details.
When the heat is on the ice, or in your home, you can trust Cox Heating and Air Conditioning to keep things cool. For over 60 years, Tampa Bay has turned to the trusted Carrier experts at Cox Heating and Air Conditioning for repairs, installation, and unbeatable service. Right now, you can get the Cox Personalized Maintenance Plan. For only $110 for first-time customers, our certified technicians will visit your home twice a year and keep you cool. Go to coxair.com today. License number CAC 1816108.
Hi, folks. Phil Esposito here, Hockey Hall of Famer. Well, who knew that I was going to go a little bit deaf? I lost my hearing a little bit. People kept telling me, what's wrong with you? You can't hear. So guess what? They were right. I went to Audibel. Audibel took care of me. It was incredible. Audibel, they are terrific. And by the way, Audibel's a proud sponsor of the Tampa Bay Lightning.
Book your free hearing test now at floridahearing.com. Hear better, live better.
I started using when I was 13. It was like, oh, well, they're medications. They can't be that dangerous. I didn't even realize that I needed help until like the day that I got arrested. I have been able to accomplish a lot in my recovery. I just want to be happy and I want to thrive in my life.
If you're struggling with prescription opioids, there is hope. Recovery is possible. Contact Central Florida Behavioral Health Network at cfbhn.org. Central Florida Behavioral Health Network is a managing entity contracted with the Department of Children and Families.
When you're planning your holiday get-together with your friends at work, make sure Pin Chasers is your number one option, with great games to play for everyone, as well as delicious food and the timeless fun of bowling. Pin Chasers is the perfect choice. Go to pinchasers.net to check out nightly specials. Always free shoe rental as well. They're in Brandon, they're in Pasco, and there are 2 in Tampa, 1 on Armenia and 1 off the Veterans on Hillsborough. Pinchasers.net for more details, and we'll see you this holiday season at Pin Chasers.
The fastest game on ice. Sirius XM NHL Network Radio. Sirius XM 91.
Edmund, cross-ice, Kucherov, right circle, shot, score! Score! The Lightning win it!
You heard the game. Now it's time to break it all down. This is The Last Call, presented by Jack Daniels on the Lightning Audio Network.
Lightning get a good win tonight here against the St. Louis Blues, 4-1, right before the Christmas break. Couple wins in a row for the boys as they'll get a couple of days off, which is always good. A lot to digest tonight here for The Last Call, presented by Jack Daniels. I'm Greg Linnelli, along with Bobby the Chief Taylor, JP Peterson, Brian Engbaum. We have a lot of people down here, so make sure you stop on by. Big crowd.
What a crowd.
We appreciate it. Yeah.
Wow. All my fans are here. My fan is here.
Yeah, that's right. Good win. At times it was, pretty workmanlike, but...
Fabulous win.
Fabulous win.
One of the most entertaining hockey games I think I've ever seen, especially the first period, 11 total shots. The Lightning got a lead for once. That's nice at home.
Which is always good.
Which is nice.
For sure.
And we kind of sat by the fire, got the hot chocolate going, and kind of took a 4-1 win, Chief. I thought it was fantastic for the fans to really enjoy a nice, solid win tonight.
I had to get Jen up in the press box to wake me up to come down here.
And here comes Ebenezer Scrooge. Tell us how you feel, Chief. A win's a win.
Win's a win.
Win's a win.
Darren Radish, big nights. Good to see. Power play had a couple of goals. Not a lot of shots. A couple of goals, though. And Vasi, maybe we can start there, too, because he did make a couple of really big saves in this game. Look, St. Louis, they struggle scoring, but if they get one of those goals that Vasi really had to extend the pad, could be a different game.
Oh, yeah. I mean, they came back on Florida last night.
Yeah.
They were down 2-1, I think, and then came back and win it 6-2.
6-2, yeah.
And I don't know how the hell they did that.
They scored.
I mean, they really struggled to score.
They left it all in Sunrise. I guess they did. And Radish is such a great story. At this Christmas time, can we talk about the redemption story of one Darren Radish?
Let's do it.
Who was fighting for ice time in the beginning of the season, and now is 25 points, 25 points. Handed 3 of the goals.
He got his 400th point tonight.
I mean, that's just fantastic. And, the way he's shooting the puck with such confidence now. And to your point, the first power play, the one he scored on, they're just passing it around, playing with their food. And then finally, as the times winded down, they just start, maybe we should just take some shots. Maybe take some shots from deep. And they peppered them, and Cooch got a couple off, and then finally one went in.
Well, they only got 3 on.
Yeah.
And one was the goal.
Yeah.
We had a lot of misses, though.
Yeah, at least they were shooting it.
Yeah. I think they have a quota. You have to pass the puck 6 times before you shoot.
Could be. But at least they got a couple power play goals tonight, and that's good.
Well, it's important, too, because, we talked so much about it in the pregame and throughout the game that you don't want to go into the break, and we got an extra day. There's a mandatory 3-day break. The Lightning get 4, and you didn't want to go into the break with a loss.
Sure.
St. Louis plays hard. We said that at the start of the game, Greg. We were talking about it. They lead the league in hits, so you just got to be ready to play a heavy game with them. And when they did get in the offensive zone in the first period, they just kept it in there. I mean, they were shooting. They had a lot of misses and a lot of blocked shots, but the pressure was inside the St. Louis zone practically the whole first period. But the last 2, for me, St. Louis had too much time in our offensive zone.
For sure. You mentioned JP about Radish, and this is a guy, regardless, is going to get himself a nice raise.
Heck yeah.
Whether it's with Tampa Bay or somewhere else.
Yeah.
And he's really become a fixture on the back end. We know that, but you take a look at, and I think Brian mentioned it on the last call about the scoring they've gotten from the back end, and they've needed to because Eddie's been in and out a little bit, hasn't maybe played to where he wants to be because of that injury. And Radish is somebody who really has picked it up. Big time.
And he's just so confident in his game, and they've been playing great defense too. It's not just about him jumping up into play and on the power play. It's his entire game is really, really developed. And, as Brian has mentioned many times, it's just about play me. Give me an opportunity. And for all these young defensemen, they've got an opportunity, and they've made the most of it.
Yeah.
And they're making some money.
Yep.
They're definitely making some money because they're proving that they can play at this level.
Yep.
100%. And Bjorkstrand gets a power play goal, which is nice. And on that kind of one-timer.
Yeah,
it's a kind
we'll call it.
We'll give it a one-timer, right? Yeah, why not? It wasn't quite a Stamkos slapper, but we'll take it. We'll take it. It's a step in the right direction and give him a little bit of confidence.
Now, is this an Alice B. Talkless brownie?
Brian just came with some treats.
What
is this?
Some brownies there, and I'm not sure what the other one is. Yeah, I had it. It was up there in our booth for us, so I thought I'd share it with you guys.
Wow.
Sorry, I'm late. I
forgot
the directions here.
Just follow the crowd.
You were trying to get in. You couldn't get in.
No, it's not those kind of brownies.
That's what I asked you. Is it Alice B. Talkless brownies?
Why not?
Let's get the party started, right? It's Christmas time, right?
Yeah. We got to drive home tonight, though.
I didn't make
it. It takes about 45 minutes, Greg, for it to kick in case you don't know. I've been told. I've been told. Yeah.
Took you
by the time you get home, it'll be perfect.
Be all right.
It'll be perfect.
I'm a little slow, but I get it now, Chief. Okay.
What'd you make of the game?
It wasn't an oil painting.
No.
Right? You got to win those ones.
That's right.
Right? And both teams had scored a fair amount. Both had scored 6 goals, coming in. So St. Louis doesn't score a lot. They've been up and down. The Lightning have had some really good games scoring. They've had their share of issues too. So you wondered how this one was going to go, but they didn't give them much. There were the volume of shots, whatever. They didn't give up a lot of really A+ ones. Vasi was there. He made the saves when he had to. They were shooting the puck at the right time, and I'm really glad for Darren Radish. I mean, we've talked about him a lot, where he's come from early in the year, and the things he had to go through, like a lot of other guys, in and out of the lineup. And then when he got his chance, I mean, he's been the best player on the ice on many occasions over the last couple of weeks. And he and Moser have been the backbone of the team while the big three were out. Now you got Mac back, and he made some key plays defensively. Yeah. He's starting to get the feel back, Ryan McDonough, that is. And they did what they had to do to win. So, good for them. You want to go out on a good note, for sure. Home record has not been what they wanted, so they win at home. Power play gets going, and it had some good looks. Even though, he'd say, well, you'd like to see 2 or 3 more power play goals. You always want to see, 100% on the power play. It's not going to happen. But they moved the puck around well, too.
They didn't allow They didn't allow very many second shots. I don't even recall a second shot. It was a one and done thing, and that's so important because your goaltender will get 98% of those first shots.
Yeah.
And they